This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers discussion and live stream updates here on the channel this afternoon. Glad to have you aboard for another Oilers game as we get set to get things kicked off with the Buffalo Sabres. We're just barely into this second period, first period of game action. I don't know where we are. First period action. It was a 5:30 start. Just got home. 13:09 gone or left remaining here in this first period. I don't know. Pardon me if you're watching this on the replay. Thankfully, not too many people watching this live, but the replay, you're going to have to go through this brutal intro. But as we get going here, if I can get anything going, you also have to know that you can tune in and check out the Rig 72 broadcast of the Oilers and Sabres game over on the Oilers Fanatic. If that's something you so choose to do, I'll pin it up here at the top of the chat for you here in just a sec as we get set to get into this one. We're just on commercial break right now, so let me just go in here and and let me see if I can pin message. Thank you. Bing, bang, boom. Done and dusted off my phone. We're good to go. And my friends, it's Connor McDavid and company in Buffalo for Game 2 of this road trip this evening. As Miles and Julie welcome in as we get back to some action as Connor McDavid goes and wins it off the face-off to the boards to himself around the far side corner and driving towards the net. He'll turn back, leave it there for Zach Hyman, who's got Ryan McLeod flanking him on the other wing as Hyman drives towards the net. Now to the face-off dot into the near side boards. It's tipped around the zone. Cody Ceci able to keep it in. It's fired off of a Sabre in front. Ceci again will keep it in on the clearing attempt. Comes around to the near side boards. Ryan McLeod down to the tape to Connor McDavid. Back in front to McLeod. What a blocker save. Rebound in front. Scores! Connor McDavid on the wraparound. Scores the first goal of the hockey game on a nifty shot by Ryan McLeod that deflects behind the net. McDavid picks it up with Craig Anderson down and out, and the Oilers will wrap it around for the big-time goal. 7-7 the shots here in the first 7-ish minutes of the hockey game. But just a great play there by the top line and Cody Ceci to keep that puck in. And then McDavid just wraps it around, no problemo, to put that one home and put us up that 1-0. And this has already looked like a pretty much throwback to that Winnipeg game where the offenses are going to explode. But at the same rate here, too, for Connor McDavid to pick up another big goal, 11 goals in his last 8 games. He's had an incredible streak here over the past 5, 6. And he continues that here with another goal in another game as the Oilers' second line immediately got into the offensive zone. Turned back, though, by the Sabres. They're going to skate across to onside. Tage Thompson trying to get to the front of the net. He can't do it. Denied there. The Oilers turn over the puck high in the slot. And this one, a tip right there on to Stuart Skinner. He's able to make the save. Matthias Ekholm picks it up after it was shoveled by the Sabres towards the net. Worked out into the neutral zone. Kailer Yamamoto leaves it there. A couple of deflections over to Evan Bouchard, dragging across, loading up. Leon Draisaitl shoots 5-hole. He's denied by Craig Anderson. There was a whole lot of hold up and wait on that entire sequence as Kailer Yamamoto still has it in the offensive zone. He's going to go around the boards to Leon Draisaitl, who's trying to get the puck free. He does right into the slot. It's a blind pass that's turned over to the Sabres. Connor McDavid's 53rd of the season from Ryan McLeod's 10th assist and Cody Ceci's 11th. So Cody Ceci continues to suddenly in the past 10 games or so pile up some points. The Sabres cross the blue line. They can't get it across. Here's Ceci. He's going to play it ahead. Turned over into the neutral zone again as the Sabres will look to get back on the attack. They're across the Oilers' blue line. Turned back there by Darnell Nurse for the time being as it chops towards the middle of the ice. Cody Ceci again comes up with it, flips it high off glass. You're talking about wanting defenders who flip it high off glass. That's all Cody Ceci really does, and it's effective to get it all the way down into the offensive zone, but it looks like the Oilers have taken a holding penalty. Zach Hyman in the offensive zone will go with Ryan McLeod touching up. 10:58 to go here in this first period. If you are hearing this, Jack Michaels has already defined it as high event hockey tonight, and that's kind of where we're sitting, as that was some hold up and wait hockey there for Leon Draisaitl, Kailer Yamamoto and crew. But it was a great play there by Draisaitl to drive towards the net on the forehand. Just a weak shot, couldn't get past Craig Anderson, and then Zach Hyman gets drawn in on the holding call. A tough one, right? You go in battling hard, you end up with the holding call. It is what it is. And now the Oilers and Sabres will get to work here on the special teams. The Oilers obviously looking to try and not get deflated by the league's 5th best power play. The Oilers ranked 25th on the penalty kill, improving now up to 75.2% on said PK. The one-timer comes in, saved by Stuart Skinner, who's got 9 of them so far this game. He's going to load up for save number 10. This one, it goes wide of the net and then to the side of the net, and the chance there for the Sabres goes wide as well. And the Oilers again getting run around in the defensive zone. Shot tipped in, rebound comes right in front off the post. That one was tight. 10:23 to go here in the first period, and the Sabres all over the Oilers' net on this power play is down and out, and Stuart Skinner just never got back up off the butterfly, and Jeff Skinner, I believe, scores the goal to make it 1-1. That's what happens when you take a penalty right after scoring a goal. Usually ends up in the back of your net, and that's how it rocks for the Oilers here. 1-1. 10:15 left in this first period, and a couple of great tips in on Stuart Skinner, and Skinner just never gets out of the butterfly, stays down, doesn't know where the puck is, and then this puck goes to the far side, and then Darnell Nurse getting dragged on the ice ragdoll style, and Stuart Skinner's down and out, and he just never really gets up off the post. He stays on his knees there, and then this one he's still on his knees and stretches out way far to make the save, but sorry, that ain't going to work, and that's something we were critical of Jack Campbell for. I hope everyone's just as critical of Stuart Skinner for, or else you're pixie choosing what you're saying. But 10:15 to go here in this first period. We're back dead even, 1 apiece. Like I said, it's going to be one of those nights where I think the offenses are going to come to play, and defense maybe not so much. You just hope the Oilers have enough in the tank to take it and get a victory out of it. Vinny Desharnais almost turns it out. Takes out the net in the process, but play carries on as Desharnais then knocks down 2 Sabres into each other and is able to knock the puck free for Brett Kulak, who I believe is playing in place of Philip Broberg, who is the healthy scratch for the Oilers tonight. Warren Foegele knocked down. He'll battle that across the ice to Nick Bjugstad, and it'll go across behind the net to the Sabres, who will look to make a play with it with 9.5 to go here in the first period. A 1-1 hockey game. Stuart Skinner, though, credit to him, 900 save percentage early on, still on 10 shots so far, so don't mind that as the Oilers just on side as Klim Kostin carries across the blue line. In goes Derek Ryan. He gets along the boards, and he's looking to free that puck up, and he does. Devon Shore's got it to Matthias Ekholm. The shot pocket save by Craig Anderson into the glove to hold on, and with 9:06, we'll have a stoppage in play. Some action for sure, eh? Absolutely some action. And Connor McDavid pumped up to score in Buffalo. That's always been a thing for him, obviously playing just an hour away in Erie with the Otters back in the day. So Connor McDavid excited, ecstatic, you could say, to have scored that goal. And we find ourselves now just rocking and rolling a 1-1 game just like that. And obviously for Connor McDavid, as mentioned, Ryan McLeod, Cody Ceci draw the assist. Jeff Skinner gets his 27th of the season from Tage Thompson on the power play. Thompson's 41st assist of the hockey game, or hockey season, I guess you could say, on the Zach Hyman minor. The hits now 8-6 for the Buffalo Sabres. Oilers cleaning up in the faceoff dot, 7-3, but the special teams so far the reason why the Oilers are tied in this hockey game. As we go down here, if I could just find the faceoffs, Nick Bjugstad a clean 100% in the faceoff dot. Leon Draisaitl 50-50, Matthias Janmark 1-0, Connor McDavid 50%, and then yes indeed Ryan Nugent-Hopkins at an 0-1. The Buffalo Sabres in the faceoff dot, obviously they've won 3 draws, and that's Dylan Cousins cleaning up his 2, and Tage Thompson going 1-1 on the night for a 50% so far. That's where we sit, friends. Good evening. Welcome into the live stream. If you're just joining Dolynny TV for this broadcast, thanks for being along. Glad to have you. Don't see too many people checking into the chat as of yet, but if you're here and you don't need to chat, I'd love to see you in the likes category. If you'd be so kind to leave a like on the stream, let's get that up nice and early and hopefully ride into the third period heavy on the numbers. Wouldn't mind that. Obviously our last live stream was the trade deadline, and we had a pretty successful 6 hours. I'd like to try and follow that up with a pretty successful 2.5 here. But as we get going, Eric, welcome in as well, as we just see more and more people trickling in here as we get along to this live stream getting underway. And obviously Connor McDavid scoring some big goals over the past little bit. And here's just an idea of what the Sabres have done over the past little bit as well. But we're getting going, and obviously too, Patrick and Toff live over on the Oilers Fanatic this evening. They are crushing along a half-decent stream as well, as both of us are just starting out this afternoon. This evening, I guess you could say. And there we go. The Oilers back to action. They win the face-off draw again. Get it back to the blue line. Matthias Ekholm keeps it in. It trickles to the front of the net. Tied up there briefly was Nugent Hopkins. He can't win the puck battle, and the Sabres are going to be able to clear the zone as Thompson, of course, gets the assist on the Jeff Skinner power play goal. The Oilers again clear it out of their zone but turn it over in the neutral. That's kind of been an issue so far to begin this hockey game, but we'll look for that to evolve and get better with time. 8:37 to go here in the first period. This puck flipped in on the backhand. Down low, Stuart Skinner took a look, doesn't play it. Evan Bouchard does. He gets to the far side boards, and the Oilers will clear the zone as Ekholm plays it ahead to Draisaitl, who tips it into the Sabres end. That's as far as it goes, as the Sabres will lift it back into the neutral. This time, though, loading up. 3 Oilers wide as here comes Ryan McLeod with a head of steam. Yamamoto over to Draisaitl looking back door. Couldn't get it going, and now back around the boards it comes to Leon Draisaitl, who will try and capitalize here. Darnell Nurse keeps it in for the second. He will keep it in a third time and turn around to the forehand. Play it off of the defender in front, Jeff Skinner. And he'll backhand it down low to Connor McDavid, who plays it into the slot. And this time, the Sabres will exit the zone as Darnell Nurse gets back into the play to seal off the man and allows Stuart Skinner to play this puck and get it down deep, as this one will go around the boards again. Ryan McLeod chips it over there to Zach Hyman, who's got a one-on-one situation, driving wide. He curls to the front of the net, cleared there by the Sabres. Right onto the tape on the near side boards of Ryan McLeod. Zach Hyman, a short side chance, can't get it to go. It's back into possession for Connor McDavid. He's knocked down. It'll draw a penalty, and Tage Thompson takes a trip against the Oilers captain Connor McDavid. And with 7:23, now we're starting to see the special teams open up a little bit, and we'll see what this does for the Oilers, Connor and Leon especially, who have set some career milestones and some Oilers records on the power play so far this season in only 20 points 60 point odd games with 20 to go. We're roughly there or about. So we don't mind that at all. But as we get going here, just let me put this up. Bing, bang. And we are off and running on tonight's live stream. That's for sure. The Oilers win the power play face off. The shot, Nugent Hopkins across. Draisaitl passes it to Connor. Couldn't find it, though. And the Sabres penalty kill ranked at 31st against the first power play in the NHL. Bouchard looking to pass it off. He does. McDavid now with puck at the far side point. He's going to wheel around the zone, try to get in down deep as Draisaitl near far side dot has the puck. He's looking for a passing lane. He's got it to Bouchard. Bouchard off to the option man in Nugent Hopkins, who Spinorama passes it and passes it off to nobody. So now Bouchard chases back into the D zone and looks to gather up speed as he chips it ahead. Draisaitl across the Sabres line, back to Bouchard, who goes blindly across the zone. The Oilers able to keep it in briefly, but Okposo clears. And now a chip play there by Bouchard's going to free up the puck, and he'll get it ahead to Connor McDavid, who's got a head of steam across the Sabres line. Dishes off to Nugent Hopkins. Now Bouchard fires the shot right into the belly of Craig Anderson, and he will make the save with 6:21 to go in the first period and 5-9 on the power play. So just under a minute left in this power play to go. And Eric, who do I have making the Cup Finals from the East? Just as we have a brief moment here, I would say I think the odds-on favorite is Boston. Obviously, I think Carolina is a pretty good pick, too. The Oilers win another face-off. Evan Bouchard off to Nugent Hopkins, setting up that backdoor one-timer. Nice chance there. Draisaitl got a whack at it, but not a clean one-timer, and he can't bury it. But now with 45 seconds to go, Draisaitl is going to push this one ahead to Zach Hyman. Here's Hyman driving down the wing. He goes back behind the net to the near side boards, and that's a play for Nugent Hopkins. Back to Bouchard. Nuge now looking. He'll go down deep to Connor McDavid. McDavid will spin off a check, go along the boards, and he'll look to backhand this ahead to Bouchard. Now Draisaitl back to Bouchard. The one-timer, the cannon goes up and out of play, and the Bouch bomb will set a face-off in the offensive zone with 21 seconds left in the power play for the Edmonton Oilers here. And with 5:43 to go, the shots are 14-12 here in this first period of play. And look at this one. Bouchard gets the relay pass, and it is an absolute laser beam down on Craig Anderson, and a good job there by Bouchard to get it through. He gets the clap bomb off, gets it on the old patented Bouch bomb as this one goes down low into the Oilers' offensive zone. Nice play there by Yamamoto to pick it up. He'll go across the one-timer again, denied there by Anderson, who I will say he's on it tonight. And there's Darnell Nurse with 5 seconds remaining in the power play. The shot ripped towards the net. Fogle chops it there for McLeod. McLeod, little hesitation play, allows the Sabres to exit the zone, and the Oilers will get it back down in their own end as Kulak picks up with 5:14 to go here in this first period. We're back to 5-on-5. Bukestad jumps over the board, so does Ekholm, as this one will be flipped ahead by Ekholm, and now in a high stick doesn't allow the Sabres to touch the puck. Bukestad had pushed it ahead, but not able to get it in deep. Now Devon Shore across to Derek Ryan, back to Devon Shore. It hops over his stick, or that could have been a beautiful little set-up play right there as the Sabres will clear back into the middle of the ice. Bukestad knocks it down. He'll rip a shot over top of everybody into the glove of Craig Anderson with 4:43 to go, and the Oilers are pressing here since that power play, but yeah, no, now they need to capitalize and score a big goal. If I were them, that would be a big key to success going into the intermission. That is for sure, friends. Welcome aboard Dolynny TV. Just going to run an ad to see if you get it. Let me know. But as we get set here, we are crushing along on a pretty productive live stream. If you're new to the channel, I imagine most everybody's already subscribed. But if you're new, I'd love to have you aboard, so I'll serve my own ad as well. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button here on the channel. I would love to have you aboard for more Oilers coverage going forward. And we've had a pretty productive year of subscribers so far. I think we're up over 2,000 gained here in the year 2023. So we continue to blitz along here on the channel, and I really appreciate everybody making that happen. Can't happen without you, that's for sure. So the Oilers, what do we know? Connor McDavid led off the scoring. Tage Thompson and Jeff Skinner combined to get us back to a 1-1 tied hockey game, and that's where we pretty much sit after 15 minutes of hockey so far, so not a bad little number to be at, but we're coming into the live stream just so as I can give you that subscriber update. 11,124, and friends, if you haven't dropped a like on the stream yet, please do at your earliest convenience. Let's get as many folks in here tonight as we possibly can, so as we can direct them over to Patrick's post-game live stream as soon as he gets that up this evening following tonight's Oilers-Sabres hockey game, in which we got 2 periods and a bit probably to decide what ends up happening here. Friends, we just crossed the 2-minute and 43-second or 45-second average view duration here on the stream, so not a bad start to this one. Obviously, in the first 18 minutes of the stream, they're talking about Craig Anderson on the broadcast here. He's been having a heck of a year so far, and obviously still doing it up in his 40s at this point, so respect off to that man, that's for sure. And apparently he had a whole bunch of kids down at the hockey game for some reason, and Craig Anderson, just the ultimate hockey dad at this point by the looks of it, kind of smile on his face, still battling the ripe age of over 40 in net. 4:43 to go here in this first period of PLA, as this one will be fired back into the neutral zone. The Oilers, after losing the face-off, regain at their own blue line. Matthias Ekholm headmans across the neutral zone down to Craig Anderson. Zach Hyman chasing it there, can't get it going. Connor McDavid sees it tipped off a defender in front. Comes down the length of the ice. Ekholm will pick it up there, so he'll leave it for Bouchard. Bouchard will play it off the referee. McDavid knocks the man down, comes up with the puck. He'll chip it ahead, and Zach Hyman's got a 2-on-1 clean break with Ryan McLeod, but what a play there by the Sabres defenseman getting back. So this one will go back to the middle as Bouchard looking to rip this one in the middle. He can't get it going off the pass from Connor McDavid, and now back the other way. The Sabres look to beat Darnell Nurse wide. They can't do it. A shot fought off there by Mr. Stuart Skinner, who's had a solid game so far. He's looked good, and obviously Connor McDavid bailed him out on one very important block earlier in this period as well. But here's a chance now for the Sabres across the blue line. They've gained the zone. They're making passes, and that one fired wide. Draisaitl will bat that puck free, but instead it's picked up by a Sabre back to the slot, fired over top of the net. Oh my goodness, I think Skinner might have gotten a piece of that one though, and the Oilers getting run around in their own zone here. Darnell Nurse looking to try and get something going free for the Oilers. Back, nice deflection play there by Cody Ceci. Tipped back in front and eliminated there by Leon Draisaitl. Was that threat? Draisaitl, all kinds of pressure. He's going to get it off the skates of Darnell Nurse. And finally, out of the zone, down the ice. Picked up there by Yamamoto. Skate across the blue line. Offside, Cody Ceci. And the Oilers just narrowly survive that one. Terry, good evening to you as well. Thanks for tuning in from Patrick's stream. Thank you for being a part of Patrick's stream tonight. Really appreciate that. Obviously, they are doing just as great of a service as I think I possibly can time to time. But no, I'm very appreciative to have another stream out there. That way you have two different ways to cover the hockey game, and things are good that way. As this one now a chance for Kulak. He's going to come off the boards, get it in front, tipped. Oh my goodness, I thought that went in for a second, but it doesn't as it's rimmed around the boards in the Oilers' offensive zone. Brett Kulak picks up at the blue line. He'll fire another shot. It blocked in front. I think that hit Janmark. Might have stung him a little bit too. He was a little wherewithal, didn't know where the puck was. Freed in front, shot by Vinny Desharnais, bidding for his first goal. Denied right there, and Warren Fogel's taken into the boards, and this one's cleared length of the ice by the Sabres, and that will be an icing call. So there you go. The Oilers get run around in the zone, and then the Oilers run the Sabres around in the zone a little bit there, and we get that going just as well as they did. As look at this one, a good dangerous opportunity in front, and it looks like it actually bit off a Lyubushkin in front. And then this a chance here for Fogel to turn over the puck. He did, and then fought it to the front, backhand right across. Vinny Desharnais fires the shot, and it just goes up and over top of the net. Thomas, welcome in as well, as we're seeming to get a little bit of direction from Patrick now here on the stream. Really appreciate everybody tuning in from Patrick's stream. Hopefully the boys have been treating you good over there, and I know they have, so I don't need to worry about that. The Oilers in front. Connor McDavid was slicing and dicing, couldn't get it going. He'll look to backhand it to Bouchard. Bouchard from the point fires the shot. Craig Anderson doesn't know where it went, and it goes up and out of play apparently according to the referees. And we will have a stoppage in play, friends. And there you go, Wild versus Jets Wednesday at 5 p.m. Mountain. And what I will say, if you're not thrilled with the play-by-play, that's one thing. It's not for everybody. I get what I'm doing here, but I know it's not for everybody. So if you haven't had a chance yet to check out Patrick's stream, I'll drop the link again. It's actually linked at the top of the chat there for you to go check out. So please do indeed go check out Patrick's stream as soon as you can. I imagine their intermission entertainment will be a little bit better than mine, as that's just having two people as opposed to me yammering on about nothing for sure. But here we go, 2:06 remaining here in the first period. Sabres able to clear the zone. They're going to fire it down over to Stuart Skinner, who will play it off the stick. He'll battle it around the zone. This one's going to fire down the boards. And now a chance behind the Sabres net. They will work back in front. Protected there by Connor McDavid. Nice play there by the Oilers to escape the zone. And here's Zach Hyman and Ryan McLeod again. Hyman fires the shot. Goes wide of the net on that one, and it comes back all the way into the Oilers' end. Brett Kulak battles the man there. Vinny Desharnais as well on the ice as everybody tangles up. Freeing it up is Ryan McLeod. He'll get it ahead to Devon Shore. Shore plays it up off the boards. Derek Ryan knocks down the man, and Ryan's going to be able to pick it up and get it free. He plays in front to Devon Shore. What a tip! And what a save by Craig Anderson to fight that one off. Morley, welcome in. Coolid, welcome in. And Epiphany as well, welcome in. But my goodness, what a chance there for the Oilers off of what was a broken play in the zone. Well, look at this. Great play there by the Oilers to escape the zone. And then an even better tip play there by Devon Shore, just trying to fool Craig Anderson up over top of the glove side, up over the shoulder. Derek Ryan has been absolutely feeling it since he finally got some regular playing time again. You love to see it. Obviously, he's not a full-time NHLer, but when he's in there, you want him giving him full impact, and that's what he's been doing here for the Oilers over the past 10-15 games now. $1:18 to go here in the first period. The Oilers scramble up the face-off. It goes back, but it's free for the Sabres to get it out of the zone. They'll get across the blue line as Vinny Desharnais is able to turn him back. Played ahead there to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl spins around off the boards. He just loses it in the snow along the boards, and now here come the Sabres back the other way. Cutting to the front of the net. Backhands turned away by Stuart Skinner, and now a chance for Darnell Nurse to carry it ahead up the ice. He'll flip it in and bat it down as there we go. The Oilers have 50 seconds to try and get the 2-1 lead here to go into the intermission. This one chopped by the Sabres in the neutral zone, picked up there by Tage Thompson. He'll carry on the backhand, denied by Skinner, picked up by Yamamoto, and he'll circle around the net and get out from the own zone as here comes Leon Draisaitl again. Loses it in his skates on the boards somewhere, and the Sabres turn it back the other way. Nugent Hopkins, though, able to pick up the pocket there and able to get the puck back with 20 seconds to go here in this first period of play. 18 seconds as Darnell Nurse will look to make one last play, not turn over the puck. He doesn't. He'll fire it in around the boards. The Oilers in on the attack as this one comes all the way out of the zone, and that will pretty much do it for this first period of play, as it's just a shot fired by Matthias Ekholm that almost fooled Craig Anderson to finish the period. But that will do it for the first period of play, and that's huge for the Oilers as they get it going here. 1-1 against the Sabres. What looked like it could be an absolute offensive firepower show ends up just 1-1 after one period of play, so don't mind me. It was a whole mess right there, that's for sure. But the Oilers able to escape 1-1 at the end of the period. So now, friends, this is where I will appeal to you. If you haven't left a like on the stream yet, please indeed think about doing that. That would be greatly appreciated. Epiphany's watching both Patrick and I. That's huge there. And Terry, you were talking to them about doing play-by-play. I appreciate the style. That's what I used to do, is what they do now. And it's not for everybody, but hey, you know what? It works for them, and obviously they're building that little repertoire of theirs up there and doing what they're comfortable with or doing what they want to do, and that's great at the end of it. So that's huge and fantastic. But fantastic, friends. I'm going to take a quick second here to take a break, run upstairs, grab some water. I'll be right back. Going to send you an ad, and I will ask you so kindly here in the last little bit, if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Break time over. Let's get to recapping this first period, shall we? Everybody, welcome into the chat if you're just joining in. Welcome into the stream if you're just joining in. Thank you for being aboard here on Dolynny TV this evening, this afternoon, tomorrow, whenever you're tuning in from. Really appreciate it. as I want to just give you a quick update on what we're doing with the watch time here early on the stream. Obviously, that's something we always update every little bit we can. And right now, as we're sitting, we're about 29, half an hour into the stream, and we've got 12.32 hours watched on the stream. So we're looking to get to that magical 50-minute mark or 50-hour mark, and we should be able to get there rather quickly. As we just go cover this off really quick, the Out of Town scoreboard, that's number one. The Oilers tied 1-1 right now. The Out of Town scoreboard, the Oilers Sabres 1-1, the Sharks Jets 1-0 Sharks. Flames and Dallas, obviously for rooting reasons, I'd love to see the Flames win that game. So as we continue our pace to get towards the top of the Western Conference, the less points the Stars get, the more those teams just kind of intermingle wins and losses, the better off we are. Senators, Blackhawks, who cares? Capitals, go Caps, go at 8:30 p.m. tonight on Sportsnet 1. And for the Canucks, it's a must-win game against the Nashville Predators, as we can't allow the Predators to get much more involved in the NHL standings than they already are. As we look at the wild card, friends, we get this recapped here for you. The Dallas Stars with 81 points, the Minnesota Wild with 78, the Colorado Avalanche with 74. That leaves us with the Vegas Golden Knights at 82, the Los Angeles Kings at 80, the Seattle Kraken at 78, and the Oilers at 76. So we are legitimately 19 points away from getting this job done, but we just got to get there. And obviously the Winnipeg Jets at 74 points. So you got to realize the Nashville Predators, though, they have 4 games in hand on us entering tonight. And while they are realistically only 8 points back, so there's a lot of danger still left in the standings tonight. The Oilers winning, the Sabres losing would do, the Predators losing would do us a lot of favors. Obviously for the Sabres, Predators, both logos look so similar. I'm just same thing. Realistically, they got 22 games remaining, so they need a total of 27 points. So when you think 22 games, 27 points, you're thinking less, 11 wins would get them 22. So they need to go 13, 8-1 the rest of the way. That's not impossible. Sorry, scrambled up. It's been a long day. It's not impossible for the Nashville Predators to do that, to get to 95 points. So a win tonight for the Oilers and a loss tonight for the Nashville Predators would do us big time favors there for sure. So let's get to this chat just here so quickly, catch up what's going on. Terry, soccer system. Okay, you guys are talking about the thing put back by E-Man there. And Morley, we better put on a better hockey game than last game out. I think the Oilers so far through one period have gotten much better goaltending and a much better effort. Even though getting scrambled up in the D zone, they've been very active in trying to clear pucks, active in doing the job right, and obviously getting good goaltending, like I said. And Terry, okay, so Terry's just talking about the point system as well. And we are at Key Bank right now from Edmonton. Derek, we will cheer them on for you. Hey, I appreciate that. If anyone is in the Buffalo area and tuning into the stream, I'd love to hear from you as well. Obviously, the stream so far, very solid Oilers fans in here, regular Dolynny TV subscribers. But if you're tuning in from Buffalo, I'd love to hear from you as well, or anywhere in the world that's cheering on the Buffalo Sabres tonight. Love to hear you. It's going to be an interesting rest of the way home here on the live stream. Jets and Sharks in the intermission as well, getting some coverage here this evening. But just to give me a quick second here, sorry friends, I'm going to lean in on the computer a little bit quick here, because I got to fire up Patrick's stream and make sure he's doing all his good things and getting things covered off for us over on the Rig 72. And right there, going to watch an ad quickly. There we go. We like that. And we're going to leave a like on the stream. Have a fun stream, boys. As there we go, we'll get in the chat there. We'll skip the ad now, and there we go. The Oilers Sabres, end of one, tied at 1-1 apiece. And Tyler, to your point about Nurse and Ceci, you can hate on Nurse and Ceci, but at the end of the day, they're 2 of the 7 D-men that are going to get us to the playoffs. So we don't have to really worry about it. Not like we're going to find anyone better on the farm after trading Michael Kesselring at this point. And obviously, too, Cody Ceci very integral on that Connor McDavid goal earlier in this game. So you got to take the good with the bad. That's kind of how it all comes together here, unfortunately. And that has been Edmonton Oilers hockey for as long as I can remember at this point. Take the good with the bad and hope the good outweighs the bad. And so far this year it has to get us going. And Patrick, thank you. Thank you. And of course, being more inclusive of the chat as well. And it was Cody Ceci drawing the assist on the chat. Stuart is doing well. Philip, I would tend to agree with you for sure, as I am loving Stuart Skinner's efforts so far through this game. Maybe that's where we let you folks chat it up in the chat, as Epiphany just put a debate question in there. So we'll let you chat amongst yourselves on that, and I will quickly recap that first period for you, where the Oilers really cleaned up in the face-off dots early on in the period. Don't know if that held true. It did. They won 14 of 19 face-offs in the period. Obviously, the difference is the Oilers failed to score on the power play. They have 21 shots in the first period to the Buffalo Sabres 15. So Stuart Skinner with 14 saves on 15 shots. Craig Anderson, though, already at a .950 save percentage because of some beautiful goaltending from him tonight. He's been tested on some tricky ones, and he's made some tough saves, but he's done the job very well. There's only one Buffalo Sabres forward that has a better than 49.5% face-off percentage, and that's Tage Thompson at 50%. The Oilers obviously cleaning up at 100, 60, 100, 75, 50, and 50. So don't mind me, those guys getting the job done. And Stuart Skinner rocking a .933 save percentage early on in this hockey game so far. So that's not too bad at all either, as we continue to get things rocking. Cool Cash, welcome in. I look like see you tuning in from Patrick's stream over here, and it looks like he's already back in there, but that's all fine and dandy. But I appreciate everyone being along for the ride tonight. Of course, it's beautiful when you have two Oilers streams going at once. You can kind of intermingle, you can bounce back and forth, you can get everybody crossing over, and it's a fantastic little time. Obviously, the play-by-play will resume here in the second period, and then obviously if the Oilers are losing bad or the Oilers are winning good, we kind of lay off the play-by-play a little bit, let it coast its way home, and then we just crush off the rest of the stream naturally the way it has to go. And as we are getting going right now, friends, Sukhjit is rooting for Craig Anderson. That I don't mind. You know what? Craig Anderson's a likable guy, kind of same category as Jack Campbell. You just can't hate on the dude as a person, and that's kind of what Craig Anderson's been in the NHL for as long as I can remember. Still extending his career out here in Buffalo and doing just fine, putting them in a potential playoff spot should they be able to get some help from the NHL standings. Just for an idea of where the Buffalo Sabres are sitting in the wild card situation, they're still a very good team this year, sitting 3 points back of the Pittsburgh Penguins for the final wild card spot in the East. The Sabres have won 3 of their last 5 games, while the Penguins have won 4 of their last 5, so it would be just that much tighter had the Penguins found a way to lose a game. My goodness, the English is rough, but out in the East, they've played substantially less games than we have in our wild card chase. 64, 63, 60 for the Predators, and then 63 for the Calgary Flames. But it would appear, unless things substantially change in Calgary tonight, that Calgary will, by the end of the night, fall pretty heavily out of the wild card conversation for the time being, especially if Winnipeg wins and gets up to 76. The point gap would be 9. The Oilers would be at 78. The point gap would be 11. Crazier things have happened, but that's just where we're sitting going into this this rest of the playoff run for both the Flames, Predators, and Oilers. I'd like to again welcome everyone in. Every time I tune away from the live stream back end, I keep seeing the numbers absolutely crawling up here. Now approaching 75 folks tuning in at once. Thank you for being along for Dolynny TV's broadcast tonight. Darian, to your point on Vinny Desharnais and that missed chance, that was a rifle of a shot by Desharnais, just missed, and would have gave him his first career goal in the NHL. Obviously, he's got a couple of assists, scoring some beautiful assists earlier on in his first few games with the Oilers, and now just kind of steady Edding back end, and obviously that's kind of what you'd expect from Vinny Desharnais. You're not asking him to score you 45 points in a season. He's not going to be the guy that replaces Tyson Barrie, but Evan Bouchard, to Epiphany's point as well, playing the most ice time for the Oilers in that period and doing a fine job so far replacing Tyson Barrie. I think Evan Bouchard, last game had 3 assists or something against the Jets, so he's had himself a pretty fantastic start to the new career, you could say, post Tyson Barrie. So that's where we're sitting, friends. We're just over 20 hours watched on the stream now. We're absolutely cruising along here tonight in 40 hours. It's been a fantastic start to the stream, and obviously now at 20 and a half hours watched. Thank you for that. Again, the Flames and Dallas Stars coming up next. That's a big game for both teams. Obviously, I need to see the Flames win, but I'd like to see the Flames lose. Don't know what to tell you. It's a pick 'em on that one. And Dakota, welcome in. We're sitting here trying to figure out what the Oilers are going to do out of this second period. Obviously, we came out flying, right? We put up 21 shots on goal here in this first period. We'd like to see the Oilers try and pick it up and do just that again here right away, as it's been an interesting start to the hockey game so far, and we'd like to obviously see them come out and crush this second period. 1-1, right? The Oilers started hot. They got the goal, gave it up almost immediately on a penalty kill, so that's what I mean by interesting, but now we'd like to go out there and make it less interesting by scoring a bunch of goals and putting this one away early like we haven't in a lot of recent games. Obviously, too, the standings will thank us. Get back in a tie with Seattle Kraken. We'll get win number 35 on the season, by the way. That I wouldn't mind at all. And obviously, too, crawl within 4 points of the Pacific Division lead here by the end of the night. And obviously, the Golden Knights, too, don't play till tomorrow. So we have some time at current. And Jack Campbell, hot topic yesterday, by the way. He was a hot topic. Just for an idea, it was absolutely ludicrous what ended up happening on that video yesterday. I haven't had that many comments in a while. Plus, I haven't had that many views on a video just randomly about something like that in a while. Up almost to 7,000 views. That's mind-blowing, to be quite honest with you. That discussion about Jack Campbell after a game that I didn't catch more than the highlights on did that. That was absolutely unreal, but we will continue to monitor the Jack Campbell angle here for the Oilers and see what ends up coming out of it here by the end of the season. Obviously, too, you see a game response here from the Oilers and Stuart Skinner. You don't have much to worry about come playoff time, because if Stuart Skinner needs to have us, Stuart Skinner will have us. And think about the hometown boy playing in the hometown net in the playoffs at Rogers Place. Don't mind me. I like the sounds of that. So let's see. Let's see what we got going on here in this intermission. I don't think there's much else to say. The chat over on the Oilers Fanatic. Is there anything else to see here? Nothing here. So there we go. We should be good to go here in this second period of play. We're just waiting to come off commercial break, friends. Of course, we'll get back to action right now as the Buffalo Sabres get a little video ad of something up here as they're having a little bit of fun. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be an inspiration of, but apparently they're having a fan question. And that's where we're at. What's your favorite thing about Jeff Skinner? What the heck is going on here? I don't know what that whole thing was, but Tage Thompson and Jeff Skinner having a little bit of skit for the Buffalo Sabres apparently. And now we should be getting going here. So Jeff Skinner, since November 22nd, 41 games played, 22 goals, and 49 points. Jeff Skinner back on a heater in Buffalo at long last. Right, he was signed to that big contract, failed in the early years, all of a sudden has rejuvenated his career here this year, playing alongside Tage Thompson, and obviously, too, with the goal to start this hockey game for the Buffalo Sabres. Stuart Skinner, Jeff Skinner, your players to watch here in this second period of action. And the face-off's going to be down, one back by the Sabres. They're going to play it ahead into their own blue line and back into the Oilers' end. Now flip there to Cody Ceci. We're off and running here in the second period. It's rimmed around the boards by Ceci, back by McLeod, off on the reverse to Darnell Nurse. Now this one finds its way back behind the net. McLeod cuts it off on the pass there from the Sabres. The Oilers getting run around in the zone a little bit here as it comes to the far side point. Played around behind the net again by the Sabres. There's a chance now for Darnell Nurse to push off the puck, and he does from Tage Thompson as it's flipped up off the glass and up and out of play. All right. Cody Ceci will sit down on the bench after a not so great zone time there from the Edmonton Oilers in the first 34 seconds of the period. You'd like to see better, and I'm sure they've got better points than 8 of the last 10 games played for Jeff Skinner, and the face-off won by the Sabres. You'll look for them to do that a little bit more here in this second period, as I'm sure the face-offs will even out. But a dead giveaway there by the Sabres. Kailer Yamamoto plays it ahead. He'll dump it in. Craig Anderson out to cut it off immediately as Nugent Hopkins goes to find the puck. Drysdale able to interrupt. He's got it over to Nugent Hopkins, who's battling, and Yamamoto unable to come up with it, and it comes back behind the net, fired around the boards and back all the way behind the Oilers' net. Nice and call there from the Sabres. 18:57 to go here in the second period of play, friends. As we will continue along, the shots now officially registered 20-15 for the Edmonton Oilers as they get a good look at the Buffalo Sabres bench here. Tage Thompson doing his best to catch his breath after a hard top first shift in this second period. 68 points for the Sabres. They are 3 points out of a wild card. Terry, welcome back. As this face-off will be won back by the Oilers. They'll fire it around behind the boards, and now an opportunity here for Kailer Yamamoto to go in behind as he continues the attack in the Buffalo zone. Yamamoto tries to free that puck up. Stick's not long enough to curl it on, and now the Sabres back the other way, breaking away a chance. Shot denied by the blocker of Stuart Skinner. A beauty of a save on the one-on-one look. And now a chance for Drysdale. He frees this puck up. He will flip it over to Evan Bouchard, who carries ahead, looking for the passing lane to Nugent Hopkins. He'll fire the shot on Craig Anderson. Bouchard on the pinch, backhands Power. Power in behind his own net. He's going to just skate away from Yamamoto. Puck comes free to Kulak. Kulak along the boards to Hyman. Oh, that's Desharnais. And now a chance for Kulak. He'll fire it in, and Craig Anderson in his skates, kicking the puck around, gets it across to the Sabres, who flip it up off the glass, and now the Oilers again hem it back into the Sabres' end. 17:56 to go here in this second period of play. Oilers again trying to disrupt the puck. They can't seem to get it off the boards as Bjugstad pins his man, and now the Sabres back the other way will be disrupted there by Kulak at the blue line. The Sabres somehow onside, spinning around, getting in deep. Vinny Desharnais leaning into his man, pushing him into the boards, trying to free that puck up. And now a puck there by Okposo gets off to the far side boards. And the Oilers again to the chase in the defensive zone. It hits the referee in the corner. Warren Foegele will try and come up with this puck. It'll free up to the Oilers, who will flip it to the far side boards. Not out as the Sabres again able to keep it in. Now played ahead there by Nick Bjugstad, and this one will be chipped down the boards. Stoney welcome in. And this one will be fired across the front of the net by the Sabres and back the other way as the Sabres will go on down into the zone. Tipped in there, and Matthias Ekholm will give chase around behind the boards. He's got this one going back, and now a chance for Derek Ryan to free it up. He can't get it going. Derek Ryan tips it across there to Matthias Ekholm, who bats it to Devon Shore. Shore will lead it ahead to Derek Ryan, chipped in down low into the Sabres' end. Klim Kostin able to play that puck in behind the net. Derek Ryan backhands it off the boards, rimmed around by the Oilers. Ekholm to Bouchard. Bouchard back to Ekholm. Bouchard will fire up the shot, tipped in front, wired around and comes out of the zone off the glass as Ekholm picks up in the Oilers' zone. We've got end-to-end action here as the puck continues to play alive. 16:20 to go in the second period as McDavid plays this puck, or is that Nugent Hopkins? That's McDavid with that puck. He's forced off with 16:07 to go here in the second period. The Sabres will play it ahead, and this one worked out there as it'll be played ahead by Tage Thompson, the opposing number 72, which was formerly worn by the mascot Hunter for the Oilers. It'll be exciting to see what his new number is, as Cody Ceci with the puck will be played ahead. Zach Hyman will play this one down low to Ryan McLeod. McLeod around the boards, 15:38 to go. As Ryan McLeod takes a good, healthy shot into the boards. He's still got that puck out behind. He will fire it up into the air off a stick, as the Oilers will look to fire this one back in towards Craig Anderson, who plays it down. This one played ahead there. And 15:20 to go, back into the zone. Tage Thompson fires it off the shoulder of Stuart Skinner, and a nice save there for him, as Jeff Skinner will flip it up into the chest with 15:09 to go here in this second period of play. All right, that's where we're at, friends. And if anyone's upset at why the Oilers are tied 1-1 with Buffalo, you got to remember Buffalo's only 3 points out of a playoff spot. Buffalo's not a terrible team this year, and that too, Craig Anderson has had some $10 saves early on in this hockey game. The Oilers have peppered them, but they have not been able to solve Craig Anderson too many times over here. Only the once so far. The shot saved, tipped in front, goes wide, and now a chance for Vinny Darnay to clear the zone. He does. It's chopped down there, and Nugent Hopkins across to Draisaitl. Draisaitl goes back behind the net. Draisaitl leaves it there. He's trying to get it going as Yamamoto plays it in front to Nugent Hopkins. Nuge spins off the check. He'll get it down to the D-man, who gets it over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl curls it around to Yamamoto and sifted to the front of the net by Draisaitl. Couldn't find anybody in front there. Yamamoto reverses to Nugent Hopkins. Nuge will go back to the point. The shot comes in. Shot rebound in front. Yamamoto to the side of the net in front. Nugent Hopkins scores! Just like that, Ryan Nugent Hopkins off of a play that trickled through the crease, and it was backhanded back in front by Leon Draisaitl. Nugent Hopkins scores the go-ahead 2-1 goal, answering everybody's prayers for some goals right there. And look at this play right here. It just kind of all develops a great shot down in front as Yamamoto just kind of chops that puck. It goes wide of the net. Draisaitl actually curled it on the forehand in front to Nugent Hopkins, who made no mistake, as Yamamoto backhands that through the crease, and then Draisaitl wherewithal to put it right back in front, and Nugent Hopkins able to keep that one on the net and put it in, but apparently they are challenging for offside here. 3 goals in the last 3 games for Mr. Ryan Nugent Hopkins. And Buffalo is going to challenge for offside here to see if they can take a goal off the board. However, the shots are 24-19 for the Oilers. The linesman will quickly get to this one here. And yes, indeed, friends, Ryan Nugent Hopkins continues to have a special season. A year that we all knew he was one day going to be capable of in Edmonton, and continues to produce late into his 20s as the Situation Room continues to take a look at the play. And Yamamoto may be offside at the blue line is what guys are saying here. And it looks like the linesman will chat it up here. And they will go to center ice and point for the goal, as they will give the referee the prediction here. And after review of the play, offside, no goal, friends. There you go. The play is taken off the board for the Oilers. So it's 1-1 still, 14:56 to go in this second period. The Oilers should get a face-off outside the Sabres zone. And that game could have definitely changed on a dime had the Oilers scored there and then went to the power play. That is not what happens. Instead, the Oilers are just barely offside as Yamamoto, way on the far side of the screen, off camera, is offside. And the Oilers will send out the fourth line, the energy guys, to get it going. And now let's get going here for the Oilers. Back into the defensive zone. Stuart Skinner fights it up off the mask. 14:35 to go in this second period. 24-19 the shots. Now 20 for the Sabres after that shot off the mask of Skinner. And this one will be chipped back into the Oilers zone. 14:23 as it's rimmed around by Vinny Desharnais. He can't clear the zone. 1 try, 2 try, 3 try. And he's turned it over to the Buffalo Sabres. Full control now, as Warren Foegele continues to try and fight that puck off. This one's going to go back to the high slot. This one now ripped around by the Sabres to the near side dot, I guess you could say. Yeah, that's about where it is. Now the near side boards as it comes back to the slot. Cut off there by the Oilers as they continue to try and clear this puck. Bjugstad will play it ahead. Chipped in there by Janmark, and now Bjugstad gets to the attack, trying to get down low. He can't seem to free that puck up. 13:26 to go. Cody Ceci does, though. Darnell Nurse over to Klim Kostin, who rips the one-timer. Kind of wide and wiry of a shot, but hey, it's effective as it gets down low. Darnell Nurse gets to the pinch. And now Klim Kostin in there battling the boys along the boards as well. 3 uniforms for the Sabres, pinning Darnell Nurse as the Sabres continue to try and free this puck up. As they will fire this one in back behind the Oilers defense and back into the Oilers end. Now it goes as Cody Ceci almost gets outskated to a puck by Tuck. But a nice play there by the Oilers to keep that one alive. And here's Ceci now with control. He will come across to the far side. Klim Kostin bangs it off the boards to Darnell Nurse. 13:03 to go here in this second period. Shots have evened up quite a bit here. 24-20 now officially on the shot clock. As this one played to the middle by the Sabres. They'll fire it off the glove of Stuart Skinner. Puck will go around the boards back behind the net. And now a chance for the Sabres to put it in front. They don't. They're looking far side. Shot comes in. Fought off by Skinner again. And I mean, Stuart Skinner is having one of those special where were you games kind of starting out here in the first half of this hockey game in response to the absolute onslaught that Jack Campbell took the other night. 12:27 to go in the second period. Flipped in by the Oilers' own Power will chase it behind his net and break out as the Sabres will pick this puck up, get it in as Evan Bouchard goes in behind his own net on the flip in by the Sabres. He will play this one ahead off the skates of Connor McDavid, who busts through one Sabre, going wide now towards the net. He's going to wrap it around, go to the near side boards. He'll play it back to the blue line there as Bouchard off the pass from Ekholm gets it to McLeod, who plays it across to Zach Hyman. Hyman just plowed his way through a guy as Matthias Ekholm picks up that puck again. McDavid will look for a play in front. He can't get it. He will chase back and look to the point again. Instead, he goes in behind to Zach Hyman. Hyman's battled off the puck, but it will come free for Ryan McLeod and Evan Bouchard for a chance to keep it in. It'll be backhanded off the board. Hyman gives chase, but that will be the end of the offensive zone show for the top line. And then a nice cross-check there by Bouchard will draw a penalty as Bouchard absolutely erased one of the Sabres. The shot comes in, save made. Skinner just narrowly avoids giving up a goal. The Oilers touch the puck, and we will have a stoppage in play. Smurfy, good afternoon, good evening. And we are rocking and rolling here almost halfway through this hockey game now. As Bouchard will go to the box, and Nugent Hopkins not exactly deflated, but still a little bit upset that that goal got called back there on the play from Draisaitl back to Nugent Hopkins in front. But just to give you an idea here, friends, let's just quickly get this going and let's just see where we're sitting at. We're sitting at 40 hours already watched on the stream here tonight. We are not minding that at all. We're actually crushing along a very solid stream this evening. Thank you for being here. If you're new to the stream, what I want you to do is consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. Love to have you aboard. We're at 11:124 entering action tonight, and I think there's a good chance we could get to 11:150 by the end of the evening if we have a pretty solid stream, and obviously it's looking that way here to begin things so far. Sitting now at 11:126 on the stream, so there we go. Subscribers, I mean, sorry. That's what I was trying to get at. And we're crushing along, so the Oilers are doing all right so far tonight. I'd love to see them score a big goal, but obviously they need to try and get some more pucks on net is what everybody's saying right now, and we'd like to see the Oilers just get that next goal. Obviously we had it before the offside challenge, but it is what it is, and we'll survive. I mean, obviously far from over in this hockey game yet. Still half a hockey game to go, and the Oilers are looking good. Corb, welcome in. Things are coming together here for the Oilers. I'm just going to pet my cat right now. There's my good little Zap kitty just coming up to cuddle for a brief moment, I'm sure. She'll be off and running away very, very quickly. And Salt, you'd like to see RNH get the shorty. I don't mind seeing that at all. And Terry, 4-3 versus tough teams. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing the Oilers beat this Buffalo Sabres team right here, right now, tonight. That's for sure. And obviously, too, we're on the penalty kill now because Evan Bouchard took a cross-checking call. A little bit of a weak one there, but is what it is. And Yamamoto just actually a mile offside. That's for sure. As here comes Bouchard into the box, so cross-checking the minor, and the Buffalo Sabres chased out of the zone with a $1.50 to go in the power play. We'll get to work here up the ice. Owen Power chases it back into the defensive zone. Up the ice come the Sabres now, fully in on the flight as it's played to the front. Nice deflection there by Matthias Ekholm, and now back out to the point. The Sabres just about turn it over, and they do in fact get it out to the Oilers here. So now back into the Sabres zone as they play pitch and catch, trying to load up the attack. Owen Power passes it ahead. It comes in to the high end of the Oilers zone before they're able to chase it back out, as the Oilers playing 4 men high so far on this penalty kill, and it's been effective. Sabres back the other way though. Tuck, the one-timer, denied there by Janmark on the pass from Tuck, and now I just scratched my face after petting the cat, so please pardon me as I'll be itchy the rest of the stream. But here's the puck played back to the point. Owen Power will get it going. He'll look for the chance for Middlestad. It's deflected in front. 10:14 to go here in this second period of play as the Sabres and Oilers continue to chase around the defensive zone. This one's going to play down deep into the Oilers zone before the Sabres get it going there as they play it back to the high slot now. Owen Power loading up, dishes off for the one-time opportunity. Instead, it's a load-up shot, and it's given a wide and out of the zone there as Owen Power couldn't handle the rebound off the boards. As the Sabres will load up the power play again across the blue line. Middlestat on the near side boards will go back to the high point, and now a chance here far side, and it's fired wide, or fired on to Stuart Skinner and fired wide out of the zone by the Oilers with 14 seconds to go. The Oilers doing a good job penalty killing so far. 10 seconds left to survive, and Connor McDavid is able to push the man off the puck. And this one will go back out of the zone. So there you go. Just like that, the Oilers able to stymie the Sabres on that opportunity. And the puck will go out of play. So the Oilers survive the penalty kill there and able to make something of it. That's for sure, as they kill off 2 minutes of this hockey game. Don't get a shorthanded chance, though, in Dylan Cousins. What a chance in front, but another denial there by Stuart Skinner, who, let me tell you, he is absolutely rocking this hockey game so far. He's been looking good and doing a pretty good job in net. The Sabres, though, they choke up a power play with no real stellar opportunities, I guess you could say, to get this game going. 22 shots on goal for the Buffalo Sabres, 23 for the Oilers. Hits are dead even at 12 apiece. 16-9 the face-offs for the Oilers. And yeah, you know what? Stuart Skinner, the man of the hour so far for the Oilers, just absolutely crushing along, making save after save after save, rocking a .955 save percentage on the hockey game. But Craig Anderson out-dueling him so far and doing a pretty good job doing it. So friends, I'm just going to send you an ad here, and if you're new to the channel, like I said, we're on commercial break, so I'll ask you one more time if you'd be so kind to consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. Really appreciate that. We're coming together here. I don't know how many new people we have left in the stream to stream anymore. We've been crushing record numbers every stream, but it seems like more and more by the day we're starting to reach that peak of the maximum Oilers subscribers you can possibly have on one channel here. So we'll see what comes of that. But as we're just sitting here, friends, 8:71 to go, or 8:71, sorry, that's my number. Sorry, where's my screen here? How much time left in the period? That's what I'm looking for. 9:13, that's the number I'm looking for. I couldn't see it. I was missing it there, but there you go. Jack Michaels and Louis DeBrusque. I did not bring my best stuff tonight. Sorry. I did not bring my best stuff tonight. That is for sure. As a chance here for Jack and Louis to talk about Nick Bjugstad, and obviously the Oilers' new addition in the center position on the fourth line. He's done a pretty good job here so far for the Oilers, and here's a chance for Tage Thompson. He will fire this one up into the netting, and that one goes up and out of play, so we'll have a stoppage in play with 9:06 to go here in this second period of play. 23-22 the shots for the Buffalo Sabres now, and we'll see what ends up happening. for Stuart Skinner. This one will go for a way vote. Is Jeff Skinner still going to take that face off? He will. Connor McDavid will win it back. The Oilers win it forward, turn it over to the Sabres. That's a weird face-off sequence if you were to watch it live, as the shot comes in on a little half chop by the Sabres by Dolynny down to Stuart Skinner, and now the Sabres all of a sudden running this around a little bit in our own zone, getting the shots up and doing their thing. And that's a dangerous area for the Oilers to get to if they're going to start giving up shot after shot to the Buffalo Sabres here in this second period. Now up to 24 shots on the game for the Sabres. The Oilers with 22, and we're only halfway done this second period, roughly there, about 8:55 to go. Back over to the zone. Here's Yamamoto. He's going to play it ahead as Nugent Hopkins will come down off the boards, play it back to Yamamoto in the Sabres end. Tage Thompson looking to make the quick pass out of the zone. He does, as the Sabres will continue to dance around as try to get away from the check of Yamamoto. 8:35 to go here. Jeff Skinner will come back the other way out of the zone. He is going to see it come ahead for the Oilers back into the Sabres end. 8:24 to go here in the second as Dolynny will lead ahead. Crossed, and now the Sabres enter the zone. They will look to fire this shot. Comes to Jeff Skinner. He can't get it going there, and now a chance behind the net for the Sabres, who will backhand it along the boards. And again, Tage Thompson able to come up with it. 8:05 to go as a big hit trying to be labeled by Draisaitl flying out of I don't know where, but he was coming chugging hard, and the train could not meet the station at the right time. And the Oilers will see this one played by the Sabres ahead into their own end. 7:49 to go here in this second period of play. Nice play there by Darnell Nurse. He will play it ahead, but not out of the zone, as the Sabres able to keep it in again. And Cody Ceci this time will flip it length of the ice into the Sabres end. Owen Power in behind his own face-off dots. D to D, and the Sabres able to exit the zone. Dump it into Stuart Skinner. Is something going to happen here, or are we just going to go back and forth for the rest of the period? That's what it's starting to feel like as the Oilers retreat, as Connor McDavid dances around his own defensive zone. He's going to play it ahead along the boards to Ryan McLeod. McLeod goes far side as the Oilers will dump this one in now. Matthias Ekholm down low to Ryan McLeod. McLeod frees up the puck back to the blue line. Evan Bouchard across to Ekholm. Ekholm looking. He'll fire a shot down low. Can't get it going. And now McDavid will wind around the zone. He's going to cut around wide, keep the puck on side. Goes down low to Ryan McLeod, who's got Zach Hyman out front. Instead, it's back to Evan Bouchard at the far side point. And this one will be turned back there as Zach Hyman will continue the offensive zone dominance for this Oilers top line, who appear to be in a line change now in on the offense, as here comes the Oilers cycling, and that's just a puck missed at the blue line, or they could have had some absolute time in the offensive zone. Instead, it's going to turn into a 2-on-1 back the other way. Klim Kostin just misses deflecting that one into the net for the Oilers, but this one's turned back and off the boards, as that will be played there by Vinny Desharnais ahead by the Oilers. Buffalo able to keep this one tied up in the neutral zone for the time being with 6:05 to go in this period, but that puck goes up and out of play. And now all of a sudden Brett Kulak will try and tie things up here, and it looks like Patrick sent me a photo here. Let's just see what this Patrick photo is about. And let's just maybe go off Wi-Fi here for a second. So the Wi-Fi is pretty jammed up tonight. And let's see what we got going here, as we are going to see this. Heck yeah, there we go. Patrick's got things going. Both my stream and his stream on his end, rocking and rolling. We don't mind that at all. And let's just quickly get back on the Wi-Fi so as I don't miss anything there. 6:04 to go. And I am loving the support. Loving the support. There we go. And I don't know what we got at stoppage and play here. As Brett Kulak's waiting for this puck to be dropped. And finally, maybe, nope, the puck will be again tied up one more time. And now the official finally drops it. Buffalo wins the face-off in the Oilers zone. Dolynny scrambles around. What a beautiful toe drag move. That was unreal. Klim Kostin will play this puck down for the Oilers to Vinny Desharnais as they look to exit the zone. Desharnais will flip it off glass, get it ahead, as that one will be safely out of the zone as Derek Ryan ties up at the Sabres blue line. Turn back the other way as here come the Sabres into the offensive end. They'll fire it around the boards. Can't seem to get that one onto the tape cleanly. Now they do, as Middlestat will play this puck. And this one will be played in front. Short side save. Stuart Skinner. And that's a big time save there for sure. And Arena, welcome in. And Terry would have got ESPN has great deep stats, even better than the NHL. Looking at Nurse wins versus loss stats. Basically ends up ranking as the top second liner, bottom of the league, first line. Yeah, no, Darnell Nurse is a lot better than I think a lot of us ever give him credit for. Alright, let's see what we got going here, friends. Patrick's stream coming together here right now. And obviously he's just crushing off things with Toff. And as we get going here, I'm just going to quickly get back into sportsnet.ca here and see what we can glean from this. No goal scoring so far here in this second period right now. And hopefully the Oilers can figure that out. Oilman, welcome in. And let's see what we can get going here. Is there anything to glean from Twitter as of yet? Nothing else, as there is your choice of streams tonight. Dolynny TV or the Oilers Fanatic as things come together. And obviously looking like Patrick's having a heck of a live stream so far. He was pretty kind enough to share his back end numbers on YouTube this evening. And as you see, he's got 4 minutes and 13 seconds average view duration on this stream. Not a bad go if I don't say so myself. Boys, you're working hard, doing great work. Like to see that watch time up there on the streams. Obviously, that was the best part of the trade deadline stream the other day on Friday. Almost 8.5 minutes average view duration on that stream. That was absolutely unreal. Still can't believe that was a real thing that happened. 6 hours of streaming and an average view duration of 8 minutes on a stream like that. Don't mind that at all. Jordo, welcome into the stream. Glad to have you, bud. I don't know if you're going to have time. Maybe tonight. Obviously, it'll be an earlier night. I could call you a post game if you really want. As Connor McDavid gets things going here, looking like he was at at his what do you call him? Billets stuff. And there's Connor McDavid with his billets at draft night with the Oilers way back when, and obviously fitting in with the kids back in the day. Connor McDavid looking like a youngster back then. Still looking young today. Except he's got that beard and that tuft going a little bit more. As Warren Foegele off the face-off win for the Oilers. And will allow Cody Ceci to get it in deep. And here's Foegele again at the far side boards. He'll get it around the boards to Cody Ceci again. And Foegele sees it there to Zach Hyman. As Foegele will go drive to the front of the net. Craig Anderson pounced on that. My goodness. Backhand drive by Foegele. And there was nothing Craig Anderson was allowing to go through him. He pounced on that like a cat on the bird in the yard. That was a quick one right there. Just glove down, blocker down, over top of the puck, and away he went. That's for sure. As we get going. There we go. Let's see what we got. As Ryan McLeod will backhand this for the Oilers. Shot played to the front, and that one will be saved by Craig Anderson yet again. And now a chance with 4:59 to go here in this second period. 26-23. The shots on goal for the Buffalo Sabres. The Oilers lose this face-off. The lines seem to have gotten scrambled up a little bit here in this second period. Late on going. This one's back. Bjugstad fires a shot, bidding for his second as an Oiler. Darnell Nurse able to chop this one down around the boards. As a play there by the Oilers will keep this one alive for the time being. Back to the blue line as CC goes across to Janmark. Janmark down low to Ryan McLeod, who's got Janmark and Bjugstad with him. Okay, that's who's out there. As nice play there by Bjugstad. Will force it for the Sabres to have to make a play. They do exit the zone, but the Oilers able to play it ahead back into the offensive end for an icing call. So there we go. We will have another stoppage in play with 4:17 to go here in this second period of play. Craig Anderson's had one heck of a period of work so far. He's only realistically made 3 shots. They've been playing around with the shot clock, so I don't know if 21 in that first period was exactly accurate, but he's been making save after save after save this hockey game, and so too has Stuart Skinner, who's got a total of 25 on 26 shots. So here's Bukestad getting work in the defensive zone, ready to take the face-off. They draw it back to the Oilers. Bukestad continues the face-off dominance as the Oilers have had, as this one goes down low for icing call, as McLeod busts free last second. My goodness, what a speedy play like that from Ryan McLeod. You'll love to see that. And this one's going to be backhanded ahead by the Sabres, as that will be Tage Thompson dragging across the blue line. He continues to drag across the blue line, and indeed did it, as Ekholm battles the man off the puck. Jack Quinn there trying to play this one ahead. He will see this one go across as an opportunity now for the Sabres. Fire the shot, saved by Skinner. And I don't know if that was off the mask or off the shoulder, but that one bounced square back in front of the net. And now with 3:36 to go here in this second period, the Oilers will lead back the other way. Bouchard across the blue line. He gets in. He'll play it off. Draisaitl drives around the net, plays it in front. Similar play to earlier, but Nugent Hopkins unfortunately couldn't finish that one off. This one D to D now as Bouchard continues to control the puck in the offensive zone. Yamamoto plays this one down. Pounced on again by Craig Anderson, and that will be another stoppage in play for the Edmonton Oilers and Buffalo Sabres friends. Let's see what we got going here. The Buffalo Sabres playoff picture, strength of schedule, a very tough schedule the rest of the way home. .586 winning percentage for the opponents the rest of the way home. But as we just kind of gear up a quick commercial break here in this Oilers game, we are rocking and rolling, friends. We're over 50 hours stream now at 57.26. We're not minding that at all, and the Buffalo Sabres have not finished above 500 in almost, well, pretty much 10 years, so they are looking to do that this year. And 3:02 to go here in this second period of play. The Oilers able to backhand this one out of the zone. 2:57 remains as the Sabres fired in, and this one goes to the near side boards, where it'll be tied up there for a brief second by Kulak and company, and now back towards the front of the net. The Sabres can't get it going there, and now front of the net, shot wide open, point blank chance. The Sabres fire it wide, loading up. Connor McDavid back the other way. Hyman unable to get it free, so he had a good look down the boards but didn't realize the pass was coming. And now the Sabres and Oilers will fire this one back the other way, and now a chance for Vinny Desharnais, who plays it ahead. Zach Hyman tries to play this puck off the boards. He can't get it going, and now the Oilers able to get it rolling back for Leon Draisaitl. That puck was tied up in the neutral zone a couple ways to Sunday, and no call coming up against Klim Kostin on the bump on Craig Anderson, so we play on. As a nice play there by Derek Ryan to push through. Shot coming from Draisaitl, fired to the short side for Cody Ceci, who can't win the battle immediately to fire the puck on net, but he wins the battle back to the blue line. Covering there is Draisaitl, trying to keep this puck alive, as Draisaitl will fire the shot up off the blocker of Craig Anderson, and with $1:46 to go, the Oilers continue to dominate the offensive zone. Cody Ceci, a nice kick save to get it going, as this one will go around the boards. Is now Devon Shore and Klim Kostin battling this puck to the blue line. An opportunity to keep it in. Darnell Nurse over to Cody Ceci. He'll float it across. That one misses Devon Shore. Shore looking in front. He is going to fire this over to Darnell Nurse, who stumbles. Fires the shot towards the net. Back door. Devon Shore looking in front. Derek Ryan, baby! Right there! Scores in front. As that was just one of those plays. The Oilers kept keeping on, and Derek Ryan fires it home. A never say die shift by the Oilers results in a goal going in, and that's a big one right there for them. $1:15 left in the period, and they get that 2-1 goal for this period. As Darnell Nurse very well could have turned that puck over, but what a play by Derek Ryan to fight off that block with that backhand, get it back from Devon Shore, who has been absolutely lighting it up since coming back up with the Oilers a few games ago. Gets it in front to Derek Ryan, who scores the goal, and they aren't going to wipe that one off the board. As look at that shot by Derek Ryan, finds the open space, puts it home, and gets it going. First goal in his last 9 games for Derek Ryan, but it's his 11th of the season, I do believe. He's been having a resurgent season as well. an advanced age as this shot's fired around the boards by the Buffalo Sabres. Now the chance comes to the far side. Shot comes in. Stuart Skinner, another save. Rebound blocked in front by Janmark. And 47 seconds remain as the Oilers poke it all the way free down to Craig Anderson, who will play it off. 41 seconds to go here in this second period as, man, Stuart Skinner has 27 saves on the game. Now 28 as a glove save will stop play with 32-3 left on the clock here in this second period of play. Friends, before we head to the intermission, what I do want to do is appeal to you right now. If you're new to the stream and you've been enjoying Dolynny TV so far, I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button, that's for sure. So if you'd be so kind, definitely consider doing as such. Because let me tell you, we got plenty more where this came from, I can tell you that much. But this one will be battled off for the Oilers as Leon Draisaitl will be kicked out of the face-off dot. Puck goes down as Draisaitl gets a running start. He's going to try and tip this one past Jeff Skinner. Doesn't work out as there comes Draisaitl freeing the man from the puck, allowing Nugent Hopkins to come up with it for Kyler Yamamoto, who will fire it down deep into the zone. And now the Oilers have just a few seconds to try and come up with some magic here to make it 3-1. Doesn't seem like they will, though, as that one bounces off of Kyler Yamamoto's skates. He'll play it over to Leon Draisaitl. This one goes far side. Brett Kulak fires the shot. It's deflected in front. And that will run us out of time here in the second period of play. Friends, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. I'm going to go take a quick few seconds break, and I will be right back with coverage of the second period intermission. Thanks for being aboard. Definitely, if you're new to the channel, like I said, hit that subscribe button. I'll run the ad right now, and we'll be right back here in a few minutes' time. Alright, let's get this going, my friends. We are just about set for this intermission to get up and underway. Had to go grab myself a sweater quickly because it is dang chilly in the basement this evening, wherever the heck I'm actually tuning in from. But as we get going here, let your viewers weigh in. I don't think there is anything else there, as we should be going right now. So, that's all we got going. Don't think there's much else to really add. other than scoring summary, Tyson. Who got the assists on the Derek Ryan goal? Well, it was Devon Shore's 6th assist of the season and Darnell Nurse's 27th assist of the year, by the way. So a very big time get for the Oilers on those points there by Derek Ryan's goal, because obviously Devon Shore's a big getting a point, and yes, indeed, too, also Darnell Nurse picking up as many points to make that $9 million contract worth it. We appreciate that. The full line effort was, very much needed from the Edmonton Oilers to do the job, and obviously we did it right there and got the job done, so we don't mind that at all. It's a very good get for them tonight, and we'll see what ends up coming from this the rest of the way home this evening, as we're just waiting for this hockey game to try and wrap up here in this third period of play. But first, we've got the second intermission, friends, with what you need to know here in this intermission. Sorry, again, I'm still all kind of scrambled up. It's been a running day. It's been a big day in my life, but obviously Monday still, and that's kind of the tough part. Connor McDavid's 53rd goal of the season got us up and running here in this game so far, with Ryan McLeod and Cody Ceci each drawing assists, getting them into double digits or deeper into the double digits of assists. Jeff Skinner answered back just about 2.5 minutes later, his 27th from Tage Thompson on the power play for the Buffalo Sabres. So that really sucked that the Oilers gave up the lead that quickly, but it is what it is. And then Derek Ryan, almost at the end of the period with $1:15 to go in the second, scores his 11th of the year from Devon Shore's 6th and Darnell Nurse's 27th. So we then head to the out-of-town scoreboard and try and figure out what the heck is going on here. And it looks like the Sharks and Jets are entangled in a 1-1 game at the end of 2 periods. The Flames at the end of 1 are playing a 1-0 game over the Dallas Stars in Dallas, and the Senators and Blackhawks are tied in a 0-0 hockey game right now. Capitals Kings yet to get underway, and so too are the Canucks and Predators yet to get underway. So that's where we're sitting right now. We'd like to see what comes from that game, but obviously we need the Predators to lose and the Oilers to continue to keep winning as we keep rolling along here tonight. And let's see what we got going on here, friends. Just everybody chatting amongst themselves in the chat, so there ain't much work for me to do unless there is anything on Twitter to be worried or aware of here, and I don't really think there is, as dominant shift by the fourth line finally ends with Shore finding Ryan, and he scores his 11th. Didn't generate much in that second frame, did the Oilers, but the late goal gives them the lead after 40. Edmonton is 22-1-5 when leading after 2 periods, and the Sabres are 3-21-0 when trailing. So Devon Shore has been looking like a new player. That's some more Twitter commentary for you right there. But Derek Ryan having a heck of a season here, coming up with a big effort for our Edmonton Oilers, and obviously doing the best to try and change things out there as much as that fourth line possibly can. So Nino Niederreiter, the new guy for the Winnipeg Jets. Obviously, he's looking for Kyle Connor, looking for anybody to come up front, and the goaltender's all in front there as everybody's moving, shuffling around. And then look at that play in front. The shot comes, scores, and James Reimer's pretty upset with himself on that one. I think, honestly, James Reimer might be an upgrade over Jack Campbell, but also not the worst thing in the world right there. And that's a puck play there by James Reimer, who just swipes the puck away, and Erik Karlsson unbothered by it coming in hot. But that's where we're sitting. And it looks like I left my phone upstairs, friends, which was a good time to quickly go grab some water, and I'll be right And Jordan, am I allowed to live stream from a bar? Yes, I am. That is quite something I can do as long as I have the bar's permission and good enough Wi-Fi to do as such. I am allowed to stream from a bar, you betcha. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out one of these days, is how to get out and about and get a live stream done from a joint of choice. Because it'll be fun to see if we could get out and take this show on the road one of these days, that's for sure. And let's see what else we got going here, friends. Oh, forgot my phone upstairs yet again. So am I going to make the drive for it upstairs one more time? I think we are going to do just that, just quickly to figure this out. But as we approach the 100 hour mark, 82.7 on the stream. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Sorry, friends. There we go. We like it. We like it. So there we are, ready to get going and just about set for this third period of play, hopefully coming up here soon. Obviously, if you haven't had a chance yet, definitely go check out Patrick's stream and Toff as well, as they've been streaming pretty heavy. You can see the link at the top of the chat if you haven't already done that. And if you haven't left a like on the stream yet, I'd appreciate you doing that as well. Really love to have you come on over and see what you could do to improve the numbers on the stream just by hitting that like button. It's never a bad time. But as Nick Ritchie scores his first goal with the Dallas Stars, that's a big goal for him, obviously, getting in place of his brother Brett, who is now an Arizona Coyote. And Ray Bork traded to Colorado, or from Boston, yep. And then went and won the Stanley Cup, as he got the job done with Joe Sakic and company. Obviously a pretty magical year that was. There we go, on this day. Ray Bork was traded way back then, eh? And that's where we're sitting right now, so let's see what else we can see, if there's anything else to glean from the out-of-town scoreboard right now. Doesn't look like it. Let's go check the stats here after 2 periods of play. Sorry, like I said, to all those watching back home that aren't commenting in the chat or anything, my apologies. I am right scrambled up. It's been a day, okay? That's what I could light duty say to you. 28-26 the shots on goal for the Sabres after 2 periods of play. The Oilers do lead 1-0, or 2-1, sorry. So that's a huge get. But at the same rate too, the hits are 21-15 for the Oilers. Shots or face-offs are 23-13 for the Oilers. Power plays, Sabres have the edge with the only power play goal, but the Oilers penalty kill has one penalty killed off, so they've been able to keep the Sabres at bay on at least one tonight, going 50%. And the giveaways 5-5, the takeaways 6-6, and the Sabres selling out to block a couple more shots than the Oilers tonight, 10-4 in this hockey game. So things coming together a little bit for the Sabres on the blocked shot category, obviously. We'd like to see the Oilers maybe get a couple more shots through and finish this hockey game off with a big ol' lead, that is for sure, as we come down the stretch in this one. Friends, it's going to be interesting to see what the Oilers are able to do. And Tim coming in to trash Connor McDavid wakes me up. Well, normally when Tim trashes an Oilers player, that Oilers player responds pretty quick. So we'll see if that ends up needing to be necessary tonight. But yeah, that's where we're just sitting right now, waiting for this third period to get underway. I don't think there's really much else to add other than our first Sabres fan of the evening, Nathaniel, coming in here saying go Sabres. All right, fair enough. I can get down with a Sabres fan being in the chat for the first time all night. Not the worst case scenario. Hopefully no one's booting them out of here right away, but we're just waiting for things to get off and running tonight. And obviously things are not looking too bad for the Oilers at current. We'd like to see if things get going. And Rome, I got to take down a Yes Puliarva jersey. Well, I'll tell you, I would have to go out and buy an Oilers jersey first, but there are some big things in the works now waiting to come up. Obviously, as I teased much earlier in the season, that a new house was potentially on the horizon. Well, a new house is now fully on the horizon. Things not anywhere near signed or found yet, but we are just steps away from finding a new house now. So that's where we're at. Tim, pretty even game. Skinner first star so far. I would agree. If the Oilers can hold on and win this one, Stuart Skinner takes my vote the full way. Dacky, I'm liking the new guys. Like, honestly, right? They're exactly what we needed. They fit in just fine. So it's not like it's a big problem at all. I think the new guys are having no problem fitting in, doing their job so far in the Oilers uniforms. Jeff, welcome in. You're cheering for the Sabres. I'm cheering for the Oilers, but it's all fine and dandy. We'll get it going, and we'll be fine here tonight. And Jim, I don't know if Campbell was in. See, this is the thing. If Campbell was in, you want to play the woulda, coulda, shoulda, if game. It's fine and dandy, but unfortunately you don't get to see that reality tonight. And my goodness, do I hope we don't have to see Jack Campbell in net tonight. I know it's a fun thing to joke about, but I don't want to see Stuart Skinner end up getting the hook in the net tonight. As we cross over the 100 viewer plateau for the first time all night. Thank you so much, everybody, for being along. Really appreciate the support, and the stream support has been absolutely unreal as of late, by the way, too. It's been absolutely crazy the past 3-4 streams, seeing the numbers we've been pulling here, and obviously, too, the Oilers have been stepping up in those games. That Boston game was an absolute classic. The Leafs game was fantastic, and of course, too, so far this game against the Buffalo Sabres has been pretty fun right now. As here we go. We are just about set for this third period of action, friends. We're just about there, and we should be good to rock and roll. Nothing to refresh on Twitter, so we are just about set to get this one underway again. Obviously, the shots, the only concerning part about this game so far, 28-26 for the Buffalo Sabres. So that is of some concern early on in this start of the third period. You'd like to see the Oilers crank it on, score a bunch of goals, shoot the puck a bunch, and get the job done. The scoring summary, if you're just joining us, Connor McDavid 53rd of the season from Ryan McLeod's 10th and Cody Cece's 11th. Jeff Skinner's 27th from Tage Thompson on the power play, and Derek Ryan's 11th from Devon Shore and Darnell Nurse. So the depth scoring guys coming up with depth scoring. 5 out of a possible 6 points from what we would quote as the depth guys. And by the way, too, if Connor McDavid can score one more, get to 54, that's going to help him right now. But in the chase for 70, he's at 65 games played times 82. He's going to finish out right now on a pace for 67 goals this season, an unheard of season in the NHL if he can indeed do it. Adrian, welcome in. And we are stats after 40 minutes of play. 26-28 the shots, 46-43 the attempts for the Oilers, and the possession time ozone 11-46. So we've been running the Sabres around in their own end. Here's Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque once again getting us going, and we should be ready to rock and roll for Stuart Skinner's final period of action here in this one, if the Oilers can clamp down and get the job done. Friends, if you haven't left a like on the stream yet, there's an intermission report, pretty good tell of what I am, so be so kind, let me know with some positive feedback, greatly appreciate that. 59-second puck possession, 1 goal, 4 shots after 2 periods of play for the fourth line in this hockey game so far. And we'll see what ends up coming of it here, as that goal there was an absolute beauty, a perfect play by Devon Shore and Derek Ryan, and then Derek Ryan, no problemo, putting it right back into the back of the net. And now a chance for the Oilers after 2 periods of play to come out firing in the third period and absolutely run away with this game. Connor McDavid wins the opening face-off. Nurse will fire it in. Far side boards in the corner now for the Sabres. Back behind the net as it's bounced off a couple of players. Up the boards, the Oilers able to come up with this puck as Connor McDavid gets it back to Darnell Nurse, who retreats back into his own zone as this one goes around, and a chance now for Cody Ceci to play it ahead. He does across to Connor McDavid. McDavid in on net, fires the shot blocker, save by Craig Anderson. I got excited seeing that Connor McDavid's going to get another goal according to the chat from Stoney, but Connor McDavid unable to do it on that shift there. 19:32 to go in this third period to play. 28-27 the shots on goal for the Buffalo Sabres as they will try and get things going. The Oilers versus Bruins, that will be action on, I believe, Thursday, a 3 p.m. Mountain Time start. What the heck are they doing to me then? That is rough right there for sure. 19:32 to go here as it's played back to the point. Matthias Ekholm. And we'll go back into his own zone here as the Sabres play it ahead. Tipped around there a couple of times. Sabres able to fire the shot. Scores. Right there, right through Stuart Skinner. And it ties the game at 2-2. 19:19 to go here in this third period of play. And that's a tough get for the Oilers as they come right out and Dylan Cousins scores a big goal there. So he just comes up the ice and the Oilers kind of collapse on the defense. It frees up. Nobody retreats back to the middle, and I don't know where all the D-men are. Ekholm was somehow tangled up somewhere as he just never skated back into the play. And this one shot fired right through in the motion of turning. Beats Stuart Skinner. And the Sabres come out with the first goal of the period. So there you go, 7 goals in his last 11 games for Dylan Cousins. This one flipped back into the neutral zone. Bouchard and Ekholm remain out there as this one's tipped up off of a couple of players. Mr. Kyler Yamamoto able to come up with it. He'll get it across to Evan Bouchard, who gets it across to Nuge, who will fire it around the boards. This one bounced a couple of times, and now a chance here for the Oilers to come up with this puck. They can't seem to do it right away, so it'll be played there by Yamamoto over to Nugent Hopkins as both players tie up. And this one tipped there, no chance there as it goes back the other way. 18:41 to go here in this third period of play. Chipped there by the Sabres. 2-2 the game right now in this third period, just a minute and a half in. They're looking to try and capitalize on this early goal are the Sabres. As they continue to battle, they can't seem to free this puck up, so the Oilers are able to clear up the zone. Here come back the other way, Vinny Desharnais, he'll fire it around the boards. Matthias Janmark in on the attack, as Nick Bjugstad will get it going. The shot fired towards the net, can't get it on, and a clean shot. This one will go far to Vinny Desharnais. Desharnais over to Bjugstad. Bjugstad down to Ryan McLeod. Back in front to Bjugstad, who's got it tied up in his skates. He couldn't free that big stick up enough to make a good shot on net. Although he gets it back defensively to free that puck up. You don't mind him seeing that. Is this one a chance now for Brett Kulak? 17:38 to go in the third period. Will retreat in behind his own net. 29-28 the shots. And Epiphany, we will catch you sometime soon here. 17:27 to go in the third period as the Oilers get back into the offensive zone. Fourth line zone time. As here's another opportunity. Shot fired towards the net. Bounces in front off the post. Shot fired off the side of the net this time. And Klim Kostin's not able to come up with that puck. So the Sabres are able to skate it out in the middle of the ice. And here's Devon Shore able to play it up off the boards. And chipped in there by Derek Ryan. As trying to battle that puck free. At 16:52 to go in the third period of play. This one's going to be fired down into the zone. Matthias Ekholm is going to play this one here. He'll play it back up the ice as it'll go over to Warren Foegele, who will go across to Connor McDavid. McDavid scores! Oh my goodness, what a beauty of a goal for Connor McDavid. The speed fools everybody. And just like that, the Oilers lead 3-2 once again. Connor McDavid with a beauty of a goal and a beauty of a feed there by Warren Foegele to help us score that goal. What a play. And wow, look at this one. Chipped up there by Foegele. He carries across the blue line. Onside is Hyman, and then McDavid just busts right through everybody. And McDavid with a shifty play to fool Craig Anderson puts it 5-hole on him. And that is a big-time goal, and Stoney told us he'd get the goal, and he does. So Connor McDavid now with 54. I said if McDavid could get 54, now he's back on pace for 70. You don't mind seeing that. And there you go, 12th multi-goal game this season for Connor McDavid, who continues an absolutely electric tear through the NHL. As this one will be chipped up off the boards by the Oilers out of the zone. 16:22 to go in the third period of play. This one goes around the boards now, down low to Stuart Skinner, who will play it there as it's chipped up off the boards by the Oilers. Picked up by Leon Draisaitl, who's got Kailer Yamamoto kind of speeding in with him. Not enough to break free for a 2-on-1 though, as Draisaitl keeps it in, and now Nugent Hopkins capitalizes on a turnover. The shot rebound. Oh, Yamamoto just missed jamming it home to make it a 4-2 game. Would like to see that. Darren welcome in, and Stuart Skinner makes the save and stops that puck. 16 minutes to go here in this third period of play. What a game so far. Is that one, oof, Kailer Yamamoto just whiffed over top of putting that one home backhand. All he needed to do was put that one home backhand and we would have been good to go. As I'm just going to quickly take a second, 1706 times 3.75. My friends, we have achieved the 106 mark on the stream. So we're over the 106 hour view or hour mark, so we don't mind seeing that. And Linkser, welcome in. As well, Brian, welcome in. I think it's the first time I'm seeing you here tonight. And here we go. Shot fired down low. Tage Thompson able to come up with his puck. 15-28 backhand in front. Stuart Skinner the save, and we will have a stoppage in play there. Skinner able to come up with another big save for the Oilers, who are now leading in the shot department 32-30. So the shots have been back and forth all night. And fighting hasn't McDavid scored a majority of his goals in March, April pretty consistently. He's always turned it up at the end of the season, and he continues to do that again here this year. As Connor McDavid will look for the hat trick once again tonight. It's almost like Connor McDavid avoids hat tricks on purpose, scores 2 goals and then just doesn't score anything the rest of the game. 1 goal, 6 shots, puck fired down into the middle of the ice. Sabres able to pick it up, and they are a hand pass whistled against Buffalo. There you go. That's what we need to know. So Foegele and Ekholm get the assists on Connor McDavid's goal. You like to see that. So Ekholm again picks up another assist for the Edmonton Oilers here in this little campaign. Matthias Ekholm now up to 20 points. Warren Foegele now up to 15, 16 points. As that'll be a nice play by Darnell Nurse to chip it into the zone. Just able to get it through the traffic. 15 minutes remaining here in the third period of play. This is played ahead by the Buffalo Sabres across, and now a chance down in the zone for them to get it onto the attack in the Oilers' end. Fired around the boards, back up to the blue line. This one goes backhand to the Sabres, and chance here is this will be played by Zach Hyman. He'll flip it ahead. Can't get it going, and now the Oilers will again attack the Sabres in their own zone, trying to come up with a free puck. Zach Hyman sees it skirt past him, and the Sabres are able to come back the other way. Shots are 6-2 for the Oilers here in this third period of play. We would love to see it. And Drift, as I was saying, Stanley Cup favorites for the Oilers. While they are probably the West's best shot by a long stretch, especially Connor and Leon stay healthy and the rest of the squad does what they're doing down the stretch here. As this one comes free for the Oilers, 14-13 to go in the third period, backhanded out. Derek Ryan will forehand this one in on the dump. Craig Anderson able to deflect it down there, and we've got exactly 14 minutes remaining here in this third period of play. Nice play there by Derek Ryan to disrupt the action. Now it's dragged into the offensive zone for the Sabres as a shot bodied up there by Stuart Skinner goes up over top of the net. as this one will go back the other way. And here's an opportunity now. Leon Draisaitl, Derek Ryan. Leon Draisaitl, Derek Ryan. Draisaitl misses the pass, and then Clint Costin gets bodied into Craig Anderson. Ooh, that was tough. This one's going to go back into the offensive zone. Not nice and cold here as Draisaitl continues to attack. He just kind of out of gas there, skirts himself into the boards, stands up there in the corner, back to the blue line. He sets up the attack. Bouchard fires as this one chipped in front. There's a Buffalo Sabre down. He's trying his best to stay in the play. Dylan Cousins might have broken his leg here or something. Tip in front. Yamamoto jamming away. Scramble in front. Puck's loose. And Craig Anderson will pick it up and freeze the puck as he will skate away. Little upset here in front as Lyubushkin will keep it out of the net. And Yamamoto just misses another perfect chance as he jams it, and then a chance there for Power to jam it into the glove, stick, skate area. I don't know where to tie up that puck. And able to stop that right there. But friends, if you're new to the channel, I see 115 of you tuning in right now. This is my plea to you. If you're new, I'd love to have you aboard for more Oilers streams, more Oilers videos, everything. Things keep building up by the day here on Dolynny TV. And by doing that, if you hit the subscribe button, you get everything that much earlier. You might get notifications if you turn them on. You're able to get everything that much quicker if you're subscribed, so I'd love to have you aboard. Obviously, no pressure to do it. Obviously, too, it's free here on YouTube, so you don't have to mind nothing there, but I'd love to have you aboard if you'd be so kind to hit that subscribe button. And just to give you an idea of what we've achieved here on the stream today, how about this? Already 115 hours watched. Don't mind me. And Drift coming in here, asking me to do the subscribe thing. I don't know. I don't think I need to say McDavid is the undisputed GOAT because other than Wayne Gretzky in hockey, McDavid is starting to get up there, and I think too Gordie Howe's the man, but of a long-term playing career, Gordie Howe was able to pile up points, whereas I think Connor McDavid's just going to do his thing for about 20 years and call it a career, just like Wayne Gretzky did. So that's where we're sitting, and obviously too the Oilers high flying tonight, another big game after the Winnipeg Jets game, and we'd like to see them similar fashion their Rome to just close it out in that 6-3 game against the Jets, not the 7-5 loss against the Jets. I think we can all agree that's the high flying Oilers we'd like to see. And right now, two friends, just to give you an idea of what the out of town scoreboard's looking like, as here's Janine Principe getting out there. Calgary's up 2-0 on Dallas. That's a victory for us. San Jose and Winnipeg are tied 1 apiece, and the Blackhawks are now up 1-0 on the Ottawa Senators. Connor McDavid's 700th career point on October 12th, which means he's got his 800th career point on February 21st, and then 50th goal of the season all the way back in February. And now career high 124th point of the season here tonight against the Buffalo Sabres. Connor McDavid has just set a career high in points. How about that? And Thomas, this stream's probably going to hit a whole week of watch time. That's the crazy part. It won't. The watch time has been absolutely unreal here on Dolynny TV the past few, and that's all thanks to you folks back home watching as much as you possibly can. That's what I'm assuming anyway. But the Oilers back to action, getting run around in their own zone. 12:39 to go. The shot comes down towards the net. It rebounds off the boards, and this one's going to be deflected on out. 12:30 to go here in this third period. Tipped back into the Sabres' end. And this one's going to be worked by Rasmus Dahlin, who will get it ahead to his far side partner. And now the Sabres work out. The Oilers able to stand the line. It bounces a couple of times on the ice, and the Sabres able to pick up this puck. They'll get down deep as Vinny Desharnais gets on the back check, and so does Brett Kulak trying to tie up this puck. Comes to the near side as this one will be played ahead by the Oilers. A whiff there by Bukestad. Effective to get it out of the zone though, so the Oilers will take that as well and work with it as much as they can as the Sabres dump it in. Ryan McLeod picks this puck up. He'll fire it ahead into the neutral. Tipped there by Owen Power back into Sabres possession with 11:45 to go in this third period. So the Sabres running out of time, but they only trail by a goal, and you know how quickly a lead can evaporate as an Oilers fan, especially over the past several, as this one middle stop busts through to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and they keep going towards the attack. 11:27 to go. Shot short side, fired for a tip backdoor, couldn't get it going. And now this one will go back out. 11:20 to go in this third period. Shot into the zone by the Sabres as Cody Ceci has to retreat and pick up this puck. It bounces somehow right in front and causes mass chaos to the near side boards as the Sabres will pick this one up here, go back into the middle. Puck played out by the Sabres on a miscued pass, so thankfully we get lucky there. And the Oilers will escape out of the zone now and get back to the D zone for an icing call here, and that will mean 10:54 to go here in the third period. The Oilers will get a chance to set up an offensive zone face-off time. And there we go, friends. We are chugging along in this hockey game, that is for sure. The Oilers trying their best to get things going. Roger, welcome in as we're here we go. Face-off won by the Sabres. 10:46 to go. As this one will be fought off, and the Oilers will come up with this puck. Derek Ryan pushing ahead. He's battling. Can't seem to go, and Devon Shore comes up with a brief attack, but the Oilers able to turn it over in the neutral zone. Just punch that puck away from the Buffalo Sabres. Darnell Nurse works this puck across. This one will be played down deep into the zone, and it'll be down around the boards as this one back to the high point. Chance across, and 10:16 to go here in this third period of play. Stuart Skinner will glove the puck, so he makes a big time save there, and the Oilers will again skirt away with just a half a period remaining here in the 3-2 lead. Obviously we'd like to see them come up with a big effort and win this hockey game, and obviously too what that does in the standings is get us to 78 points, which means we are 17 away from securing, in my opinion, a face-off now for the Oilers, as it's one ahead by the Sabres. A dangerous win ahead as they almost pushed that one right into the net. Couldn't do it. The shot fired wide of the net. And now Zach Hyman will come back towards the front as that's a puck by Owen Power across to Jeff Skinner. Denied in front. Skinner again. Another save for the Oilers. And he will cover up with the Sabres having 33 shots in this hockey game. Stu Skinner, though, having himself a hockey game as well in time for the Oilers to really come up with a good effort here tonight. 3-2 the goals for the Oilers, and obviously to Connor McDavid's 54th from Warren Fogel's 8th assist and Matthias Ekholm's 15th assist of the season. I'd like to send you an ad here quickly. And we have just crossed 2,000 views on live stream. Don't mind me tonight. We're having ourselves a little bit of a party on this stream, that's for sure. I'm just going to take a quick peek at the old watch time here again. I'm getting really anxious to keep watching that. And all of a sudden we go there. Times, they're divided by 60, sorry. We have crossed that 125 hours. Don't mind me at all. That's a pretty good little threshold to cross for starting up midway through the, midway through the first period. Yeah, we were late to the hockey game, that's for sure. And alright, let's see what we got going here. If there's anything on Twitter to update my friends, as Khrushchev made it look easy for the Chicago Blackhawks to score that 1-0 lead. And yeah, nothing there, as the Oilers Nation admiring Matthias Ekholm's beard. And I don't think there's really much else. It's a good night, Blue Jays fans. Enjoy this Bautista blast before bed from way back in the day. Runners on second and third, top of the 13th, with 2 out. Bautista sending it center field at Angel Stadium. Don't mind that. And Connor McDavid wants number 70 on the year, and I imagine Connor McDavid very well may get number 70 this year. So we're liking that for sure, and we'd like to see what's going on here as you guys are just chatting amongst yourselves. We're just waiting to get back from commercial break here and get the Oilers settled for the rest of this third period, as we just have to, we are just trying to get things going here in this third period for a victory. That's what matters. Connor McDavid's big goal right there. What a goal there. Performer of the game for Gatorade. Yeah, you betcha. And now all of a sudden a face-off here for the Oilers, as Nick Bjugstad will win it back for the Oilers as Evan Bouchard chases in behind the blue paint. Now an opportunity to get it out of the zone. Nice play ahead by Bukestad. He turns it over at the line. Fired in by the Sabres. Goes down in the far side corner. And this is, see, I haven't had any dinner yet tonight, so this is one of these instances I really hope the Oilers just bleed the clock down the stretch, play wide open hockey in terms of just letting the clock run, but playing defensively responsible and trying to score the next goals, and just allow me to have a little bit of fun as we wrap up this hockey game tonight. 9:24 to go in this third period, 33-34, or 33-32. The shots on net for the Buffalo Sabres with 9:16 to go. Sabres will reverse around, and this is exactly what I want the Oilers to do. Keep them in the neutral zone, keep it boring, keep the clock running. We're inside the last 9 minutes to go here. And this one's going to be worked here by Warren Foegele. Worked ahead there by the Oilers. Now here comes Connor McDavid in on the attack for the hat trick. He can't get it going. Tipped out of the zone there by Warren Foegele. Fired back in by Brett Kulak. 8:47 to go here in this third period. Puck's going to be flipped into the neutral zone. Casey Middlestad across. And on the net now for the Sabres. The shot fired wide. Brett Kulak will play this one ahead to Connor McDavid. He's stung up there by the Buffalo Sabres defense. Warren Fogel's able to keep it alive. McDavid, again, blue line play, is able to keep it in. Hyman will reverse around the boards. He's getting battled there. 8:22 to go in this third period of play. And this one will be backhanded there by Middlestat. Chance in front, back to Draisaitl, fired wide on the one-timer. Draisaitl now on the ice with control for the Oilers. Kulak will fire this one deep in behind the net. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins comes to his aid, does Draisaitl, and now a chance for the Oilers to turn this puck over. They do, kept in by Vinny Desharnais. Cross to Brett Kulak, the shot comes in, save in front. Tip play there by Craig Anderson to save it there. And that was a much-needed save for Craig Anderson in a stoppage in play with 7:54 to go. So we bled 2 minutes of clock on that play, or just about 2 minutes of clock on that play. Would have been nice to see that for sure. And that was would have been nice to see for sure if the Oilers could have done that there. Connor McDavid points breakdown this season: 5 points once, 4 points 9 times, 8 points or 8 times for 3 points, 2 points 18 times, and 1 point 28 times this season. 7:54 to go. Derek Ryan shot off the face-off by Devon Shore on the face-off win as it goes back to the blue line, and here's the fourth line again controlling that Corsi, boys. Controlling that Corsi. Keep it going. Devon Shore, Derek Ryan, Klim Kostin, keep that Corsi going. It's 12-6, serving the Oilers half decent tonight. 7:35 remaining here in the third period as the Oilers will see the Sabres moving ahead. And this one's going to be fired across, and now a chance for the Oilers to clear the zone. They do. Klim Kostin looking to come up with his puck. He gets it across to Devon Shore. Shore looks to fake the dump down deeper in the zone. He gets taken out as Devon Shore looks like he got walked on there. And this one's going back around. 7:07 to go here in this third period of play as the Sabres and Oilers continue things going here. And this one's going to be tipped over there as a chance now for the Oilers to keep the Sabres on the retreat in their own zone. Jack Quinn comes up with this puck. He'll play it ahead to Tage Thompson. Now a chance for Stuart Skinner. He plays it off to Darnell Nurse. Flipped up off the boards. Played ahead by Ryan McLeod. And it'll be dumped back down as... that's Matthias Ekholm and Matthias Janmark playing those pucks. And now back into the Sabres end. Craig Anderson out to play it. I'm running out of steam here, friends. And this one's back the other way. Shot fired in there by the Oilers. Ahead now, Ryan McLeod. Warren Foegele and Zach Hyman just backhanded one completely wide. I have no clue what was happening on that sequence. The Oilers had a 2-on-1, and then it developed into a 2-on-0, and a backhand across that Zach Hyman somehow botched. And the Oilers still trying to get out there and get Connor McDavid his hat-trick goal. He's out there with 6:05 to go. Unreal. And Eric, to your point there about Connor McDavid avoiding the hat-trick by scoring 2 goals, that's been his theme here the past several. And Stuart Skinner out to play this puck. He'll get it going ahead to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl over, and now a chance for the second line to heat up. Yamamoto's still been buzzing this game, though. He's gone back to missing 2 very wide open nets earlier on in that second period. This one played by the Sabres. Battled there, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins comes up with this puck. 5:30 to go. Draisaitl will play this one across as Kyler Yamamoto plays it back down to Leon Draisaitl. Tip down there now to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who will go along the boards to Yamo. Yamo to Nuge, Nuge to Yamo, and Dry comes up with the puck somehow. Shot fired, tipped in front, goes wide of the net, and this one played in front as Darnell Nurse will see the puck having to retreat back into the D zone. Dylan Cousins dragging around. Nice play there by Darnell Nurse to keep him wide. Shot fought off by Stuart Skinner. And this one's going to be chipped out into the center of the ice. We are inside the last 5 minutes to go in this third period of play, my friends. The Oilers absolutely trying to just survive here in this last little bit of this hockey game as they look to try and keep them off the board here and do their job in this third period. The Oilers doing their best as this one, Nick Bjugstad battling the man behind the net. He's going to free up the puck, turnover in front, but a good defensive stick. And all of a sudden the Oilers getting turnover happy in their own end as Bouchard and Ekholm trying to battle the puck here. Bjugstad trying to free it up from one of the Sabres players on the corner. And this one, shot to the front of the ice. Oh my goodness! What a save by Stuart Skinner on Ilya Lyubushkin. The shot from dead top of the slot splits out and Stuart Skinner makes the save. And look at this one. Zach Hyman just off the toe of the stick misses a shot wide. Friends, welcome into Dolynny TV. What I'm going to say is I'm going to sit here and say I'm not going to throw an ad. I'm going to ask you instead, if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Would love to have you aboard here on Dolynny TV. I've been dying all third period. It's been a long game without any food in the stomach, so hopefully try and get some food in post game. But yes, we are liking this Stuart Skinner effort here tonight so far in this one, and we're just going to go over and get back into Mr. Patrick and Toff's stream as we're rocking and rolling along. Warren Foegele obviously drawing the big assist on the Connor McDavid 54th goal of the season. And yes, indeed, Stuart Skinner is an all-star. We know that much, and that's the best part of it. Stuart Skinner being an all-star, that's pretty exciting this year, and he's continued that pace post-all-star break. Friends, just as we kind of pile things up, let's just see what we got going. 2267 times 3.9. We are rocking and rolling. 147 hours watched on the stream, and I can guarantee you by the end of the stream we will be at 150 as Patrick, welcome in the stash wall. Absolutely unreal from Mr. Stuart Skinner on that save. That was a big timer. And why is the S. Pulley jersey up? It's still up. It will remain up until I get myself a new jersey here in the spring sometime. My next trip up to Edmonton, I'm going up to Ice District Authentics to obviously get this jersey crested, and then we'll see what happens from there as Connor McDavid scoring that big time goal for the Oilers. Obviously a big one to start this game. Jeff Skinner scored, then Derek Ryan scored, then of course back the other way Dylan Cousins scored to open up that third period, and the Oilers responded with another Connor McDavid goal and some more depth assists as the Sabres fire shot off the face-off. It's blocked in front. The Oilers try to battle this one out. Warren Foegele does his job, keeps it alive for the time being. And this one's going back out of the zone. And now here's Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid on the ice with Warren Foegele. So interesting to note there that they're going to try and save Zach Hyman in the defensive zone for the time being. This one chipped ahead there by the Oilers. 3:46 to go in this third period. This one played ahead by Tage Thompson. He skates effortlessly across the blue line. Sabres able to keep this one going, and they'll go far side now to Dahlin. Dahlin will play it off the boards, look for a passing lane. 3:30 to go in this this third period of play, and this one just battled along the boards there as Jeff Skinner comes up with his puck. He'll fire it to the front. Nice play by Foegele to tip it ahead to Darnell Nurse. Nurse looking for an opportunity to put it down the ice. He can't find it. He retreats, battles it off the boards. Across to Kulak. Plays it out of the zone, and this one goes all the way the length of the ice. And that is not nice and call with 3 minutes to go here in this third period. So the Oilers able to get that going there. That's a huge victory to not take that icing call there. And now all of a sudden The Sabres are in survival mode, trying their best to win this hockey game by coming back and scoring the next goal. Here's an opportunity for Mr. Brett Kulak to pick up the puck off the boards. He did, kind of, but that one goes down, and 2:34 to go in this third period as Yamamoto continues to pressure. He's going to try and get a turnover here. He looks like he might have just started one for the Oilers as this one comes back to the point, fired down by Kulak. 2:20 to go as Nick Bjugstad battles it off the boards there with 2:18 to go. This continues to be a battle along the far side corner as Ryan McLeod will get it going. 2:10 remaining. Come on, boys, let's get this done as this one goes across D to D. 2:03 remaining here in this third period as it's continued ahead by the Sabres back in their own zone as Sabres fans getting a bit restless here. 1:54 to go in the third period. Played ahead now finally by the Sabres. Cousins plays it to the middle. A shot comes. Middlestat denied. Bjugstad bats it off the boards. Down the ice. Empty net for the Buffalo Sabres with $1:40 to go. As Stuart Skinner has made 33 saves in this game, and we're waiting for us to try and get things going. As here's Middlestat going. Shot whiffed on by Tage Thompson. $1:26 to go here in the third period of play. Sabres have it on the far side boards. They're going to fire it down in front, funnel it towards Stuart Skinner. Denied there. Oilers all collapse down towards the net. Allows the Sabres to play it high at the point again. And this is going to be a shot off the side of the net. Matthias Ekholm tries to get it going. He can't. And now the Sabres again play it across. Warren Foegele goes down. An opportunity again for Ekholm to block that shot. He can't get it going, and we're inside the final minute. Middlestad near side boards. He'll play it back high to, nope, not to Thompson. As the Sabres will instead cycle around the zone. Dolynny fires the shot, saved by Skinner. As that's another failed clear there by the Oilers. They're going to poke this one ahead. Foegele trying his best. McDavid getting in there. He can't free it up. 40 seconds to go. Tipped on net. Wide by the Sabres. And this one's going to be cleared down the length of the ice. And this will be an icing call against the Edmonton Oilers with 30.9 seconds left in this third period. With a 1-goal lead for the Oilers, friends, we've just crossed the 4-minute average view duration marker. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you being along for the ride tonight. If you'd be so kind, I'd love to ask one favor of you. If you're tuning in and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please indeed do hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. Really appreciate that. Sabres will call their timeout by the looks of it here. And we will have another wait in the action with 30 seconds to go. Cody Ceci fires this one up off the board, and it looks to have tipped off of Leon Draisaitl's stick high. And here we go. Let's see what we go here. 30.9 seconds. The Sabres have called the timeout. Stuart Skinner on the bench trying to get the last minute instructions here. And we're going to try and see what we can do here. 3-2, the lead for the Oilers with third period on the line to go as the Sabres continue to try and figure out exactly how they're going to find a way to win this game if they're going to do it. But the Oilers just clamp down for the next 31-ish seconds, and you've got yourself another big-time win here against the Buffalo Sabres and another big-time win on the road. So let's get it done. Stuart Skinner back in net, and we are set for this face-off. Connor McDavid on the ice looking for the hat-trick. Leon Draisaitl in the face-off dot here. And here we go. This one, Leon Draisaitl against Dylan Cousins in the face-off dot. Tage Thompson is on the blue line. And looks like Cody Ceci will come in last second to brush things up. And here's Matthias Ekholm on defense as well. And here we go. Leon Draisaitl gets it going as Ekholm scrambles it up. The Sabres win it though. Dolynny fires it down low. Sabres in front, blocked there. Play by the Oilers, fires it down the ice. And now it goes off of a Sabre. So 18 seconds to go in this third period. Dolynny has to pick up in behind his own net. 12 seconds to go. The Oilers scramble it up in front. Nice play there to free it up to Draisaitl. Shot towards the empty net. The score goes in. Zach Hyman redeems himself. Gets the big time marker to make it 4-2. And somebody over in the Oilers Fanatic chat did call 4-2. And looks like the play was offside for the Edmonton Oilers. So unfortunately it will be called back. There you go. 5.9 seconds to go. And that will add time to the clock for the Oilers, thankfully. But I don't know how that's offside there. Is that one's... Oh, Leon Draisaitl's Farley offside there. Yeah, that's for sure. Another offside call there against the Oilers. 5.9 seconds left on the clock, friends. 3-2. The Oilers lead over top of the Buffalo Sabres. And that should be it for this hockey game here. 5.9 left. The Oilers should scramble up the face-off. They will. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. That is it. 1 second to go, and another goal called off for Zach Hyman. And it looks like the Sabres are going to get into it a little bit with the Oilers post-game. But that's it. That's all she wrote. The Edmonton Oilers win, baby. And you can play La Bamba back home in Edmonton. The Oilers get the job done, and we got a third period coming up between the San Jose Sharks and the Winnipeg Jets. Friends, that's a big-time get for the Oilers. A big-time get for Alex's Sens. And Connor McDavid gets the overtime or the game winner. And friends, that will wrap it up here tonight here on Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Or should we do the post-game live? What say you? Should we do the post-game live? Well, if you're just tuning into the stream, the Oilers have won 3-2. If you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button. And with that, let's hit the record button and get to this, friends. 3, 2, 1. Boom! The Oilers, they win an absolute huge game against the Buffalo Sabres, and for the time being draw back inside with the Seattle Kraken for that third spot in the Pacific Division. 78 points is the number now, 17 away from that magical maybe 95 mark to make the NHL playoffs in the Western Conference this year. Friends, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV, and yes, you can play La Bamba tonight as the Oilers go out there and in big fashion win a big game against the Buffalo Sabres. And oh, by the way, too, Connor McDavid having a pretty fantastic night. I think a career record best setting night, by the way, as well, scoring point number 124 on the season, friends. A big game from Connor McDavid. Before we get too far, if you're new to the channel, tuning into this game review, what I want you to do is consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. I'd love to have you aboard for more Oilers chats the rest of the season long and then all through the playoffs. But before we get there, we have to recap tonight's 3-2 victory over top of the Buffalo Sabres, which low scoring, low event, high stakes, and the Oilers get it done with Stuart Skinner in net yet again. 39-38 the shots between the Oilers and the Buffalo Sabres, and it was an absolute beauty for the Oilers to get the job done this evening. Like I said, Connor McDavid came up huge, but I think this game full well and fully deservingly belongs to Stuart Skinner's incredible 37 save effort in net for the Edmonton Oilers. Craig Anderson was pretty fantastic himself for the Buffalo Sabres, and the Oilers had 2 goals disallowed due to offsides. Obviously a Ryan Nugent-Hopkins goal, and secondary to that, a Zach Hyman empty netter that was disallowed due to an offside. So there you go. Connor McDavid, though, starts off the scoring summary. 53rd goal of the season. Ryan McLeod and Cody Ceci get the assist. So depth scoring was a theme tonight for the Oilers. McLeod's 10th assist, Cody Ceci's 11th assist of the season, and it was fantastic to see those two guys combine for a huge goal from Connor McDavid on the wraparound, and just a really good effort by Cody Ceci on that shift to keep the puck alive twice, 3 times over, in my opinion, as the Jets and Sharks are in overtime right now. However, it was short-lived. Jeff Skinner replied right back, 27 goals on the season for Jeff Skinner. Tage Thompson's 41st assist on the power play marker that made it 1-1 going into the intermission. Derek Ryan, his 11th goal of the season, though, with just $1:15 remaining in that second period, was enough to set the Oilers into the second intermission with a 2-1 lead. Devon Shore, Darnell Nurse get the assist. Devon Shore's 6th assist, Darnell Nurse's 27th, and yes, indeed, the San Jose Sharks have just won an overtime game in Winnipeg, so that is huge for us as well. But Devon Shore and Darnell Nurse depth scoring there on Derek Ryan's goal as well. Dylan Cousins, though, 41 seconds into the third period, cuts it to a 2-2 game. Just get the lead, give up the lead. And all of a sudden, Jacob Bryson and Casey Middlestat draw the assists on what was a mind-boggling defensive breakdown from the Oilers. Thankfully, the rest of the way, they were pretty defensively solid, I must say. Connor McDavid, about 3 minutes later, gets a puck free from Warren Foegele, and Matthias Ekholm goes pretty much right to the net, scores a 5-hole goal on Craig Anderson, and it's a big-time victory for the Oilers. A 54th goal of the season, put him back on the 70-goal pace. Warren Foegele's 8th assist, Matthias Ekholm's 15th, and the Oilers continue all night to get depth scoring out of their big guys. The Oilers win 3-2, got sketchy towards the end with the empty net, but the Buffalo Sabres unable to capitalize despite many multitude of chances on Stuart Skinner, as Skinner makes 37 saves on 39 shots. 24-19 the hits for the Oilers, 33-18 the faceoffs. That's the biggest thing. The Oilers just completely outclassed the Buffalo Sabres in the faceoff dot tonight, which doesn't happen often, but it happened tonight, and it was a massive get for our Edmonton Oilers. The penalties, the Sabres were the only ones to score on the power play. The giveaways, takeaways, negligible, and 11-7 the block shots for the Buffalo Sabres. Stuart Skinner, though, my man that got the first star, I would believe, in this game. It's still too early to tell. 949 save percentage tonight. A rebound performance from the Oilers forwards, D, and the goaltending tonight to win this hockey game. And Craig Anderson, despite being stellar, finishes with a 919 and a loss on the hockey game for the Buffalo Sabres. It was a tough one, but a big game for the Oilers to win. And now, like I said, gets us up to 78 points on the season. And just to give you an idea of what the scoreboard was looking like at end of game, the Blackhawks up 3-0 on the Senators. The Flames winning 3-2 against the Stars. We need that to be a big-time victory for the Oilers in terms of the Flames winning, because obviously that would keep the Dallas Stars down away from the top of the Pacific Division. The only big game left on the calendar tonight, though, realistically speaking, is the LA Kings versus the Washington Capitals. And if there was ever a game you needed Ovi and the Caps to win, let me tell you, it is tonight against the LA Kings. That is the big time get for the Oilers. Stuart Skinner, though, one gaff on the 1-1 goal, but Stuart Skinner had himself a fantastic evening, friends, and I cannot talk enough about the efforts Stuart Skinner has put forward. I know I said this jersey belongs to James Hamblin, but at the end of the day, a Stuart Skinner jersey in this style is going to be looking real good here soon. I think it's going to be pretty undeniable that we're going to have to get a Stuart Skinner jersey at some point here, and that might be our new home jersey that I have to get done up in Stuart Skinner's number and nameplate. But friends, there isn't really much else to wrap up in this hockey game other than the standings, in which the Oilers need a positive result tonight, like I said, from the LA Kings. But obviously the Oilers getting 78 points on the season moves us back into technically 6th best points in the Western Conference, tied for 4th overall in points. The Oilers sit back of the Seattle Kraken in the Pacific Division for the time being, but that's just kind of part and parcel with how the games and stuff sit up. But as it stands, the Oilers would like to try and get through this wild card battle. 78 points, so at worst the Nashville Predators are 10 points back of us, and the Calgary Flames are 9 or 11 points back of us at the end of tonight's game against the Dallas Stars. Friends, it's been a fantastic night. Thank you to everybody that tuned in the live stream. Really appreciate everyone being aboard, but it's been a fantastic night to play La Bamba. The Oilers win a big-time hockey game. Stuart Skinner, though, can't rave about this enough. He had one solid, stellar save at the end of the third period that just absolutely stonewalled the Buffalo Sabres from making it a 3-3 game, and Connor McDavid the star of the game as well with 2 goals and goal number 53 and 54 of the NHL season. Friends, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning in all evening long. I am, at long last, 2.5 hours into the live stream and 8 minutes into recording the post game, up on out of here. And there you go, friends. That is the end of the post game, so that means it's pretty much the end of the time for me. Really appreciate everybody being aboard for the live stream tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out and spending your evening with me. It's been a great time to watch the Oilers win yet another hockey game against the Buffalo Sabres this time. And I look forward to catching you on the post game for your thoughts in the comments section. I am up on